Do y'all think if we get our powers that white people and everyone else, every other race, is going to let us cook? Or do you think they're going to treat us like X-Men?
Hey, all I
Definitely
gotta
like
say
X-Men.
is
They treat us like X-Men now.
Yeah. They're gonna find a way to take it from us.
What they gonna do when you roll up, dropping lightning on their head and all that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
what they gonna
that's
do?
the thing.
With
Because
Phil's reading minds.
even if we get our powers, it's still them niggas that's gonna be out there that ain't gonna be on our side anyways. So they gonna find them and they gonna use their powers against our powers.
Oh, you mean
and
like
we
the
gonna
Uncle
be
Toms?
and we gonna be in the same boat.
All I'm gonna say is they gonna get Phil and they gonna kick him out of his wheelchair. He's like, yeah, read minds on the floor.
I don't care, man. I got my.
Imagine Phil being Professor
No, but
X, bro.
if I'm Doctor
if
Strange, I could fix him. If I'm like Doctor Strange type.
Honestly, I'm almost like Dr. X in real life.
Bro, imagine there being
What?
like an X-Men school
Phil.
and Phil is Professor.
Professor X is a genius.
I'm a genius, Logan. I'm a streets genius. I'm the streets
You're
genius.
not that, bro.
I am.
Bro, you about to make me seize
the
up
street-
over here, bro. Like,
I'm the streets genius. Y'all just don't want to give me credit for it, but it's all good, man.
And if you ain't fucking with this podcast, then you're just a bitch ass trick.
Welcome back to another episode of Save It for the Pod.
I already
This is
got a
episode number 8. As you see, I'm with all my boys, Brandon, Phil, and AJ. And another
Not
person, a special guest, Lukey, is missing from episode number 8. He actually is live on TV right now, which we're missing because it's on ESPN Plus. And I don't have ESPN Plus because I'm too cheap,
Wait,
even though I'm paying for all these other streaming services.
taco sauce.
Yeah, eating all my taco sauce sandwiches. But how y'all boys feeling this week?
I'm feeling stupendous. That's all I got.
I'm feeling everywhere I'm going. I'm screaming out, Kid Cudi.
Yeah, I know Brandon been bumping Cudi all damn week. I know I've been listening to Jack Harlow all damn week. But we'll get to music a little bit later. But starting off, before we get into any major topics, I kind of wanted to talk about something that happened yesterday that was pretty funny, kind of ironic, out of the blue. Had a lot of emotions and feelings taken over me. So Tatiana, as y'all know, she's my fiance. We actually have her on the podcast in the background. She'll probably jump on in a little bit once I actually get into the story. I also have a girl that I used to talk to. Tatiana referred to her as my ex. She is not my ex. We just had a little thing, a little talking to, hooking up situation, all that. Anyways.
Back in the Rich Homie Quan days.
Yeah, exactly. So we had fallen out because she thought I did her dirty. But then kind of became friends again maybe a couple of months ago. Well, it's not that we became friends again. I followed her. She followed me. I can't remember at this point. I think I followed her on Instagram because I came across
Get the story straight.
Yeah. So I came across her Instagram, I think, and I followed her. And then since then, we've been cool again. It's been years, 6 or 7 years or so. So the feelings are gone. No one has any hard feelings against one another. So anytime I post a story with Tatiana in it, like Tatiana being funny, she always responds. And like kind of flirting with Tatiana, but obviously not directly to Tatiana. I'm kind of the middle person flirting for her, if that makes sense. She would always be like, oh my God, she's so funny, she's so cute, da-da-da, but always responding to one of my stories. And has essentially said, like, she wants Tatiana and that she would take Tatiana away from me. So yesterday, she follows Tatiana.
She's Mrs. Steal Your Girl?
Yeah, she's Mrs. Steal Your Girl. So yesterday, she follows Tatiana on Instagram, and she is like, Tatiana kind of got me with this one.
Is she
She's
sliding
like,
to the DMs?
Nah, she just followed her.
Okay.
But she was like, oh, your girl just followed me. And I'm like, who? And she was like, your girl Tiana Trump. And I'm like, what? Like Tiana Trump. And so, she was like, your girl that used to...
daughter?
No, that's my favorite porn star. My favorite adult actress who can suck a mean meat.
And she could throw
Suck
that
the
little,
meat right off the bone.
she could throw that little booty bite too.
Yeah, that's true.
Bite.
Okay, continue.
But so nah, she said it was the girl that I used to talk to that always flirts with Tatiana indirectly. And so I was like, oh, and she was like, I don't know why she likes me so much. And I'm like, Tati, she more than likes you. Like, she has made it clear that she wants you. And Tatiana was kind of thrown by this. If y'all see Tatiana, here, just come in right now.
She wants
So,
to see what the
Yeah,
cat
Tatiana,
We had to
she
do a little intro, and she has to come from behind the curtains, like on talk shows.
oh yeah.
Standing at 5'1". Tatiana.
All right, so
Wave at the cameras, do your little
It's
intro.
the final countdown.
Dang, she got a drink too.
So, of course, I told Tatiana the situation. She was just kind of blown by this, but also flattered because another girl had liked her. And Tatiana always says she doesn't know if she's bi or not, and she's not doing it for like attention or anything, because some girls feel like they actually are. Yeah, we'll have you talking to Brandon's.
Yeah, kinky.
Tatiana always says, I think I'm bi, but I'm not sure. And this other girl, she for sure bi, at least from what she's told me. So I was like, well, let's get it popping. And Tatiana was like, no, we not having a threesome. I was like, okay, well, y'all can do your thing and I could just watch. That would be hot. And Tatiana, she says, and this had me dying, she was like, no, I don't want to be Eskimo brothers with you, which was fucking hilarious to me. Like, imagine being Eskimo brothers with your girl. Like, that's hilarious, especially your fiance.
That's goals.
But you want to talk about your thought process during this whole situation when it happened yesterday?
Okay. So, oh, bless you, Coco. I don't know. Like, I knew she liked me. Like what I said. I don't know why she liked me so much, but I didn't know she was attracted to me. That was some new information that you cut from me, and I was, like you said, very flattered. But again, I don't want to be Eskimo brothers with you, so they're like.
But I mean, one wild, crazy night, who knows what could happen?
I mean, yeah. And going back to the whole I don't know my sexuality thing, like the reason why I don't talk about it is because.
Well, now it's on the podcast.
Well, yeah. Well, because I mean.
Now it's in the interwebs.
Yeah, because Zach was like, I want to bring this up on the podcast. And I was like, go ahead. Because I honestly don't give a fuck, but I just like, I've never like tweeted about it or like said anything about it because I know a lot of girls do it for attention. And even though I've never talked about it before, I still feel like, am I just doing this for attention? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like insecure about it, but I do find women attractive. And like, I definitely follow more women on Instagram that I think are attractive than like guys, so it's like, yeah. I don't know. And then I'm obviously in a committed.
You like thirst traps too?
I do.
Like Zach?
I do.
Tatiana only watches lesbian X-rated
Oh,
films.
I do only strictly watch films. Lesbian porn, but it's because the guys are like.
She gets turned off by guys.
Like so much. I tried watching straight porn and I was like, I cannot do this. Like the guy is too ugly, and then like when he grunts, I'm like, ugh. Like
honestly, that's just the ultimate commitment to Zach. Way to go, Zach.
Yeah.
She only watches lesbian porn because of you. Shout out my dog.
But I feel like I can't ever like experiment because I am in a committed relationship and I wouldn't do anything to make him feel uncomfortable. It's just, so I'm like, oh, I just don't know. Like I like to look.
This will be our first opportunity to find out.
Let's just have it be another girl.
just don't think of us being Eskimo brothers.
That's what I'm going to think of, though.
That poses a good question.
Just say it is what it is.
It is what it is.
That poses a good question. Like, for us on here, we pretty much have others or relationships. So how do y'all feel about the women in your lives asking to be with another woman? Would that intimidate you? Would you be open to it?
Why y'all looking at me like I'm supposed to go first?
You look like you was about to answer.
Nah, I was just moving the mic. Somebody else go first.
I'll go. I'd be open to it. Of course, I'd be open to it. I think I've told Danny a couple times, like, it's not cheating if you with a woman. But I don't think she would ever. But I just put that in
So,
the universe.
And Tatiana brought, because apparently I
fuck
said
ass.
before, like, if she kissed a girl, I said it
In
was
my
cheating. I don't remember saying this at all. So I think if she was just out here and, like, not telling me, making out with girls, like, I think that kind of would be cheating. But, like, if we're all in on it and I'm giving you the okay, obviously that's not cheating, because I'm saying, like, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
It's just an entanglement.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Brandon.
It doesn't even have to be an entanglement for me. You just give me the green. I'll give you the green light.
Give you the green light.
long as
Wait, what
as
was
long
it?
as it's
Ask
not
the question
So
again.
it's like,
I have a
as long as I can
question.
watch from the closet, like, you know what I'm saying?
as long as
Like,
I can be a little creep about it for sure. But I mean, for me, like, I guess it would be cheating if she didn't tell me, and my ego would be a little bit affected. But then it kind of wouldn't be, as long as it's not like a dude that's slaying my chick on the side. Then I don't really care.
So
Slam.
okay,
that's that hurt.
so
Slaying,
what
yeah.
That's
if
that hurt.
you're like, okay, say like I'm drunk and then I'm like hanging out with the girl. Let's say I'm hanging out with my friend, my new friend,
Oh,
and so I get drunk and then like we kiss. Is that cheating? But I tell you afterwards. I don't tell you like in the moment because obviously I'm not going to be texting you. But I just tell you afterwards.
I don't know. It's all. I don't know. It's on this situational basis. I would be like, did y'all take any videos? If there's no evidence, then I might be a little hot.
I feel like I definitely follow that up with if she's attractive, and I'm hearing the story, I'm probably gonna get aroused, and I'm be like, so did y'all do more?
Yeah.
I think it'll process like a day or two later, but in the moment I'll be like, oh, word, how was it? Did you like it? You think you're gonna do it again? Can I be
Yeah.
there next time possible?
Yeah. But
Yeah, I have a kind of a laissez-faire kind of attitude. Just let things go how they're supposed to go. So I don't think I'd be upset about it. Now, if she kisses another dude, that's a problem.
of course.
Yeah,
that's
that's a
without
problem.
question.
But I'm just saying, I'm just showing you like how it's a
Yeah.
drastic change. Like a dude is like, oh no, but a girl, hey, you know, say I'm interested.
Cute.
But yeah, I mean, I still would feel certain kind of ways about it. Like if it wasn't like I wasn't in on it in the beginning or anything like that, I feel like left out about
Yeah.
it. You know, so that's where I think I would get upset about. But like I said, I'm just like I'm a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Matthew McConaughey. Like, all right.
Yeah, it's all just about communication and everyone being on the same page. Because Tatiana, our thing is, I wouldn't call it a kink, but together we watch this, and I've told y'all, we watched this like swinger show. It used to be on Playboy TV. I don't think they show it anymore. But like people being, it's like porn. It's porn. That's it. There's no way to beat
That's
around it.
scripted though.
No. This is not
No.
scripted. This
For real?
is
The
yeah.
only one I seen on Playboy TV was scripted. The Swedish show.
I don't know what it's called, but it's definitely not scripted.
Send a link.
But I got you, G. But all the couples that are new to the swinger house, like their biggest thing is like, we don't want to have sex with other people like if we're not in the same room. Like they always want to be in the same room. So that's when it comes to this kissing thing.
They call it a full swap. They don't want to, like a lot of them don't want to do a full swap is
Yeah.
the terminology.
Yeah.
Partial swap.
Yeah. So the thing is like
Wait,
if
full
you
swap means what? What's the
You
definition?
take
of
the
that?
person to another room, right?
Yeah.
A full swap is like a couple. Okay, say
I don't think a full swap is not being in the same room. A full swap is just if you and me are here and then Phil and his girl were here, I'd be hitting Phil's girl, Phil would be hitting you. That's a full swap.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with being in the same room.
Sounds like poker or something.
So yeah, I would want to be there. I wouldn't be like eternally mad like and pissed at you and like debate breaking up. But I'd be like, damn.
For
I wish-
swinging?
No. I'm saying her
Oh.
kissing another girl and like not
okay.
telling me.
I
Yeah.
like the swinging part. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that people that listen to this pod, if you're an attractive woman, you should definitely slide into the Save for Pod DMs and, you know, just let us know what you think about Tati. We can connect y'all,
Yeah.
see if
If
anything
you're an
comes from it.
attractive woman.
Yeah.
Doesn't,
If you're
oh,
not
about
attractive-
Tati. I thought you were just saying in general.
No,
Yeah,
if
because
you're
literally
attractive-
only
He
thing
is
stopping
speaking
this
about it in general.
situation, because we could get this on and popping, but again, Tatiana doesn't want to be Eskimo brothers with me. That's the only thing. So we can't know the person. I can't
sipping
have
her
hit
drink.
the person. Tatiana's never been with a girl, so obviously.
Honestly, if you're Eskimo brothers with someone, it brings you closer to them.
Exactly.
You know what would be a great bonding moment? You teaching me how to eat pussy.
Look, let's get it on and popping. But that's all I have about that. Y'all have anything else?
Y'all know the DMs. If you look good and are a lady, y'all know what to do. And if you ugly, you can shoot your shot. You might not get feedback, but you can shoot your shot for Tati.
Yes. At SiftPod on both Instagram and Twitter. Hit us up.
Don't be shy.
All right, but moving on, y'all boys ready to, for me and Phil, get our full superpowers tomorrow, and then for Brandon and AJ, get partial superpowers?
superpowers.
Wow, bro. Yeah, I'm only getting powers on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Yeah, so for those that didn't know, apparently all black people are getting superpowers tomorrow on December 21st. I don't know exactly
I got
why.
the day off too. It's lit.
I
Yeah.
can't wait.
I don't know why we getting superpowers, but they said on the 21st, something to do with like the planets or some shit like that. Black people are supposed to get superpowers. So my question for y'all is, if y'all were to get superpowers, what would it be?
Flying or teleportation.
Flying, teleportation. Why is that?
Just get places quicker.
That's true. And I kind of was in the same boat, but then I kind of further thought about it, and I think for
Do we have to pick only one, or is it like?
I mean, I don't know how it's gonna work.
For
It's
us
all on the
half
planets.
people, we can only pick one.
Yeah, for you.
I might want to be like Doctor Strange though, and just like be able to see the future. 'Cause
That'd
then
be
you
lit.
could just be like,
You need to have the Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
Though. That's
oh,
like
true.
the only
I mean,
time.
then that would be the power. No, the one.
I mean, foresight. Yeah, not foreskin, foresight.
Because then, like, you could make a ton of money also.
So yeah, anytime people bring up the whole superpower argument, for me it always comes back to how can I make myself rich.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And with a lot of them, you can make yourself rich, but none of them are really ethical, but in a non-fucked up way where you're not just like super strength breaking into the bank and beating everyone up. Like, that's not how I'd want to do
Oh,
it. For
yeah.
me, it's
Puny
more
humans.
so.
Because teleportation, you could probably just rob a bank.
Yeah,
and not
exactly.
know.
But for me,
It's like the movie Jumper.
for me, it's time travel, and I would want to like be able to go back in time, place bets on shit that I know
Yeah.
is gonna
Bro,
happen.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Back to the Future or any movie related to time? You can fuck shit up.
I know
Like,
that. I know that.
And you will be the person to fuck shit up.
I just want to read people's minds.
I wouldn't go back
So
though.
you're trying to be Charles. But what if you can read people's minds, but you have to be in a wheelchair?
That's the one superpower I
That's
would
cool.
never want
I
to
just want
have.
to read people's minds.
You would go crazy, bro.
I don't care. I have a.
He's already crazy.
Yeah.
What does he have to
I
lose?
don't have anything to lose yet. But I just think it'd be cool to see how people process what they think about, and then like I don't know, I would read the minds of like
could-
really wealthy people and the decisions they make, and I would just make
Bro,
decisions.
all the superpowers you could pick, and reading minds is the one you want to go with.
Yeah, because there's something about it that just
No,
makes
he can make a lot of money with that. You know
Yeah,
what
I'd
I'm
rather
saying?
read
Like, he can
minds.
make money with reading people's
Nah, I
minds.
think that's the worst one.
You could just,
honestly.
yeah, I mean,
Bro, he
you
could be
'cause
like-
you could play poker and just
He-
like
yeah.
fold if you know what people have,
Yeah.
and
I would definitely read minds.
Oh, what are you investing in? And,
And I
they
can-
tell you some bullshit, and he's like, I'm
I could
reading your
literally look at a girl
mind.
and be like, she wants me, and I know exactly what to say.
You
to
know
her.
who to go to her. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, I hope he says this, and then Phil says this.
bro, you were talking like, oh, he can make money. He's like, nah, I just want the lady.
I just want
Actually,
box. That's all.
Phil could be a super live basketball player if he could read mind, because you know the move that offensive player is gonna make.
He's such a good
Hey,
defender.
but he's
For real.
in a wheelchair. Like, he has to be in a wheelchair if he has
Oh,
that
if
power.
you.
I still do.
That's
even
another
if I
thing.
had to
Like,
do
do
the-
you have to take a negative if you're taking a superpower, or you just get the superpower and you're lit?
I don't know. I didn't think that far in advance.
I don't know. I was.
I
was-
haven't acquired my time travels yet, so I didn't think that far in advance.
I was trying to get prepared for it, so I got my eucalyptus ready for my eucalyptus shower. I'm gonna put on my crystals because I have one of those.
He's trying to absorb all of it.
Is it the one that Britt made?
Yeah, and then I'm the black one. The black one.
I don't know. What
I
one?
got my crystals, and I'm gonna get some sage and burn some sage.
And you're
hopefully I
gonna-
can
and
tap
you're gonna
into
bathe
it.
Like
in
you
the
can be like
moonlight.
Kyrie in TD Garden.
I just want to be able to tap into all my powers. If we got powers, I want to know what I
This
got.
nigga gonna bathe in the moonlight.
Wait, did you say what superpower you would want?
Nah, I didn't say that.
What do you want?
my
Brandon
sh-
already has super strength, so
That's
yeah,
true.
you know what I'm saying? I'm the Rock. But nah, my superpower would be the manipulation of energy. Like, I could
That sounds
manipulate
destructive.
energy from inward and around me.
It's like Storm.
no.
Nah, that's different.
Isn't
Wait,
it-
which storm?
She controls the weather.
Yes, bro.
Isn't
Yeah.
it weather energy?
Yeah, I was thinking like Earth,
It's-
Wind, and
it's
Fire and
internet.
shit.
But like,
Wait, isn't weather energy?
That's what I was thinking, like Earth, Wind, and Fire and shit. That's what I
Did I
was
get my
thinking.
neck back?
Like
No,
net,
because
Nah,
it's
nah.
not.
the
Because
fi-
storm only
airbender.
manipulates weather. Energy could be anything.
yeah, energy can be literally anything. Everything around you emits energy. So I can be
Is it what's that
invincible.
lady from Marvel, the one that has the red stuff? Is
Jean
she
Grey?
energy? Not Jean.
Captain Marvel.
No. She's the one that was dating the Vision, or like
Superwoman.
Vision.
That's
that's-
Scarlet Witch. She has like it's like a kind of like a mind, a soul energy kind of thing,
Oh,
where she
okay,
can
okay.
get into people's minds and stuff like that.
But she was moving like red energy stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like telekinetic
Okay.
powers and stuff like that, using the mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, mine would be manipulation of energy, because like
That's lit.
I could literally create a spirit bomb like Goku. Give me all of your energy, like, you know what I'm saying. But like if I wanted to, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But like I could run anything I had, like, you know what I'm saying. Like if I had a house, I would be the conduit, you know what I'm saying. I'd be supplying power to my house. I wouldn't have to rely on a lot of things. And with the manipulation energy, I feel like I could fly. I can use that energy to fly. I can use it to do anything I want.
Yeah.
I can use it to run a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just the total manipulation of something. You know what I'm saying? Energy is literally the cosmos. So
Energy.
Yeah.
I'd be like, have you ever seen The Watchmen, Dr. Manhattan?
Which reminds me of a Big Crit
Okay.
song.
But if I had to turn blue for it, I don't want it.
You don't have blue?
Yeah, if I had to turn blue for it, I don't
Energy
want
would be cool.
Well, for y'all being half-breds, I don't know how much y'all gonna get. So I got incense for y'all. If it helps assist in y'all getting y'all powers, because I want
Incest?
y'all to
What
get
you just
it.
said?
Because I'm dark skinned, baby. What
I
you
want y'all
talking
to get
about?
y'all powers just like me. So
Appreciate
I
you.
got incense for y'all boys.
Do y'all think if we get our powers that white people and everyone else, every other race, is gonna let us cook, or do you think they're gonna treat us like X-Men?
Hey, all I gotta
Definitely like
say
X-Men.
is,
They treat us like X-Men now.
Yeah, they gonna find a way to take it
hey,
from us.
what they gonna do when you roll up, dropping lightning on their head and all that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what they
No,
gonna
that's
do?
the thing.
When
Because
Phil's reading minds.
even if we get our powers, it's still them niggas that's gonna be out there that ain't gonna be on our side anyways. So they gonna find them and they gonna use their powers against our powers.
Oh, you mean
and
like
we
the
gonna
Uncle
be in
Toms?
Yep, and we gonna be in the same boat.
All I'm gonna say is they gonna get Phil and they gonna kick him out his wheelchair. He's like, yeah, read minds on the floor.
I don't care, man. I got my.
Imagine Phil being Professor
No, but if I'm
X, bro.
if I'm Doctor
Like, if
Strange,
we-
I could fix him. If I'm like Doctor Strange type.
Honestly, I'm almost like Dr. X in real life.
Bro, imagine there being
What?
like an X-Men school
Phil.
and Phil is
Doctor,
Professor.
Professor X is a genius.
I'm a genius, look. I'm a streets genius. I'm the streets
You're
genius.
not that, bro.
Fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop your fucking lying.
Bro, I am.
Bro, you about to make me seize
the
up
street-
over here, bro. Like,
I'm the streets genius. Y'all just want to give me credit for it, but it's all good, man. It's all good.
Genius.
It's all
nah,
good.
I don't know.
Well, if y'all want to have a I have an African drums and African chant vinyl. If y'all want to come over and get like a chant or a drum circle going on the vinyl, we can. I'm
Okay.
serious.
We can do
Nah.
that.
I got to run it by Danny first, but
Of course.
Hold on. Since Tati was here, Tati, what would be your superpower if you got it? You're half
that's
breed
pretty
as
cool.
well.
He's back.
shout out to the halves.
Yeah, if you have, you don't get a super lit one. You're gonna get a buns one.
I want powers like Jean Grey, where I telekinesis, move everything with my mind. Yep,
Oh, that's lit.
I want that.
Yeah, you
Wait,
gonna
so
definitely
which
move a
one-
chick in your room.
What was the first? I had teleportation and what was the other one? Oh, like I don't know, whatever Doctor Strange does.
Yeah.
You can time. He flies and stuff.
Bro, you could be having sex on a ceiling with Jean Grey power.
I just want the ability to read minds and go from there.
Would y'all rather an actual superpower, or would y'all rather like being blessed with like all the resources, so you could be like Batman or Iron Man or something like that? Because
Whack.
as a half breed, you're not gonna get a
You pulled her
superpower.
away from the.
Wait a second.
Bro, who are you to say that?
I'm fucking
Yeah.
around. I'm
I
fucking
take the
around.
The
resources
fuck?
over the powers.
Who? That? You didn't make the rules.
You're taking the resources over the powers.
Yeah, because I'm using the powers to get the resources.
Nah.
So I would just rather have the resources.
So
and
I
not have to
would.
use
So
the
I would
powers.
want.
Using the
I'd want the
resources.
powers because if I'm gonna use my powers to get resources, then I still got powers. You feel me?
Bro, he's trying to use the resources to get box. That's it.
That's
it.
true.
I never
That's
need
it.
the resources to get box.
Never.
Quality
No,
box.
I've had great quality without resources. I haven't had resources a majority of my life, and I've gotten some excellent box.
You got resources now.
Yo.
Some, yeah, sort of. I'm alright.
I also think being like the avatar, controlling all the elements would be really cool
Oh,
too.
that's true.
Yeah.
I think that'd be super lit.
That'd be like Storm, right?
But all
Weather?
like not weather,
Oh,
but
because yeah.
like earth, fire, wind, and
What
Yeah,
would
'cause
you
you
do?
could-
would I say water?
You can cause an earthquake.
I
fire.
would, yeah, just be a badass, you know,
No one
and then
should
just fly
have all that
around
power.
with my
airbending.
or like manipulate clouds with like water and airbending.
Yeah, how
That'd
you
be
gonna get rich
super
from
cool.
that? Though? How you gonna get rich
She
from
can
that?
make
I don't
art
want
in
it.
the sky for people.
I
You
don't.
said what?
Art in the sky.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
it's
she can
like-
like, I want a dinosaur to fly over my house at 5:15 for my kid's birthday. All right, that's $5,000. Okay, cool. And it fucking
That's lit.
But I also don't need to get rich. I can just do whatever the fuck I want. Like I'm
That's
not
true.
I'm not trying to be rich. I'm just trying to have a good life. You
So would y'all
know.
rather be an X-Man?
I'm the same way, but like, kind of need money nowadays.
Yeah, would y'all rather be an X-Man or would y'all rather be Batman, Iron Man, or Black Panther? Because they got like all the resources.
Well, so that was my
it's
question.
Yeah.
So, Batman is my favorite superhero. Period. No questions asked. But I would rather have the superpowers of time travel.
Yeah.
Are you asking me if I could choose to be Batman or have a superpower? Damn, that's a hard one. Because Batman's my favorite superhero.
I'd rather be Iron Man than Batman.
He is a superhero. For those people out there who don't believe, I believe.
All right, so getting off the superhero stuff, we can move on to Tom Cruise.
I feel like I'm Tom Cruise.
But bitch, I'm Bobby with that.
Just saying that.
So he was spazzing out. Brandon, what happened with Mr. Cruise?
All right, so they're filming the new movie. And
It's a new Mission Impossible,
yeah,
right?
new Mission Impossible. And they're filming the movie. And so they have COVID protocols that they have to follow. And I guess one of the staff or whatever was not following the protocols. And Tom Cruise spazzed out.
Yeah.
Like, spazzed out. If you hear the audio, Luke put that in.
No.
It was,
Put that in.
No.
it was like, he spazzed out, but he has the right to spazz out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some trying times, you know?
Yeah. I didn't listen to it. I read it, but like,
Yeah. He's like, we're the reason why people can eat, why people can like work right now,
Yeah.
because like, what are we doing here? We're following all the protocols. So you're not just jeopardizing yourself. You're jeopardizing me. You're jeopardizing the whole staff. You're jeopardizing their family. You're jeopardizing not only like in health, but like in monetary,
Employment, yeah.
monetary like value, like, you know what I'm saying? Because they need this job to work to feed their family, not only just to keep them safe from COVID. So he spazzed out, and it wasn't like overboard.
It was a little. So I don't.
it was the white guy version of what the guy in Dallas did
Yeah.
in his restaurant.
Yeah.
But he just did
I,
twist that.
I think it was a little bit more, but so I never, anytime I see an article or a story or something, I never do my own research. I get all my information from other podcasts or Twitter. So this can be wrong. So from what I heard from the other podcasts is
What podcast was it?
The Fighter and the Kid. So they were saying that it was two, like, I don't know their exact title, but it was two people that are on the film crew. They were watching back like film or something. They had their masks on, but they weren't like outside of 6 feet, but they were like watching some playback or something. And I think that's what he freaked out about. So if they had their masks on, but like we're outside of 6 feet, like that's still their job. Like they got to be at some points within close quarters. And I'm assuming everyone on set is getting tested.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so that you run the risk of the test not being as accurate because
Yeah.
it was developed so fast, and you're getting people who are testing, like taking 2 tests in a day, and one test is saying negative and the other test is positive. So
Yeah.
we really don't know, and then the rapid test is not as accurate.
Yeah.
And so
They need to get COVID dogs over there.
yeah,
Y'all heard about the COVID dogs?
that can smell COVID.
Nah.
No,
What-
they
so
can
what?
smell it.
Yeah, it's just like drug dogs, they can detect COVID with the same accuracy
That's lit.
as what I forgot what the acronym is, but as the COVID tests that are some of the most trusted ones. With it instantly instead of waiting 2 to 3 days or whatever to get your results. You can sit down, like just like a video of them going through, like, all right, they walk past people just like if you're in an airport, and they'll just sit down next to you if you have COVID, and they'll be right with the same accuracy as the tests.
I'm gonna train Kobe how to be a COVID sniffing
Dogs
dog.
are highly sensitive. They have like dogs for diabetic.
Yeah, diabetes. They can detect dogs that can detect
Like they can detect when
cancer.
your seizures are coming on. They can detect that.
Yeah.
Like, the dogs are very sensitive. That's why they're man's best friend. If you had a cat try to do that for you, you dead. They're saying like, so dogs are the best. But yeah,
Cat's gonna hope you die.
I think in our generation we've become very sensitive to a lot of things, and you know what I'm saying, they're very PC. But like, you know, when somebody's being blunt with you, I think that's when they're being the most realist with you. You know what I'm saying? If it's not overboard, I didn't think what he was saying was overboard. Like, oh, could he not use so much curse words? Or whatever, who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like he's just getting a point across. You know what I'm saying? You can choose to be offended or not because it's Tom Cruise. But like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'll be like, damn, Cruise, you right, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm jeopardizing. Like, you know, it's not like, so you get caught up in the like the norms or how we lived our whole lives and until this point. And so you're gonna make mistakes. Like, you're a human, you're gonna make mistakes. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're on a big time movie set like that, like when they're paying X amount of dollars and the amount of days that if everybody gets sick or somebody gets sick, they gotta stop production.
Right.
That's a lot of money that they're losing. So that's why they're stressing that. And then like he's stressing it because like the amount of money is providing for people's families and stuff like that. Especially
There's some of that, but also, I mean, one, if that was the first offense or first time something happened, like Zach said, you're doing your job, it kind of seems a little overboard if that was the first offense. But if it's something like they've been stressing a bunch, and then people are just like, yeah, whatever, then I can understand that. But also, like, if you hear what he's saying, it kind of seems like the stress is weighing a lot on him.
Yeah.
And that's why he blew up.
Yeah.
Like, he's being stressed out by, not stressed out, but like, the pressure of a lot being on him and people back home or whatever and stuff that he's mentally dealing with all the time. Kind of seems like, okay, this dude not cracked a little bit, or like there's not cracked like he's going crazy, but like he
blew a fuse.
But I feel like that's everybody right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we may not show it, but like it all it takes is that trigger.
No, yeah, that's everybody. I'm not saying,
like, you know?
Yeah, I'm not saying that like he's incorrect or he's wrong, but like that could have been, or maybe I am saying that, not that he's wrong, but like that could be more so why he went off that way than the actual offense.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of being the human condition. You know what I'm saying? We're not all robots and stuff like that. So like you're gonna have like you may have a breaking point of this, they may have this and that. So it varies with everybody else. So you can't ignore the human condition, but like, you know what I'm saying? There's a time when it gets like overboard. Like if he was yelling out like racial terms and all this, then I'd be like, yo, Tom Cruise, what are you doing? But like he was just saying like they depend on us. Like he was just stressing the importance of it and how he feels so passionate.
Yeah, it's like rallying a team.
And I also think that in that industry it's more acceptable to talk that way. So like when I was in my when I was in my acting classes, and my director for the program, she's worked in Hollywood. So we'd be going through practices and we'd be on set. And once we start messing up, she'd curse us out.
Yeah.
And so, in the way she talks, I would assume that being from that environment, they all talk like that.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends on what your position is. Because the production assistant's not doing that. Like,
so
I mean, but he's Tom Cruise, so he's probably the main actor in his film.
Because he's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, but I'm saying my director.
This actually leads to a question that I was gonna ask you guys. Do you think to be a certain level of successfulness or like elite status, essentially, that you have to have some kind of assholeness in you? Because a lot of times when I see like people spazzing out on someone else, like over something like this, or maybe not something like this, but just in general, usually they're of, like AJ was saying, higher status or something. I feel like someone that's just like okay at their job, like if anything you look at, like NBA, like some of the biggest assholes or players that you hear, the biggest assholes are like the most successful players.
Because
so-
the light is shined on them
Yeah.
most part. Like you may seem like, oh, like a Matt Barnes is not that bad.
Yeah.
But you see Kobe Bryant, the light's always constantly shine on him. He doesn't have a shadow because
Yeah.
the lights are on him so much. So he's gonna come off as an asshole. Michael Jordan's gonna come off as an asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? LeBron does a good job of trying to hide himself because try to do everything right. But when you're of that caliber, you're expected to be this. And so that has a lot of weight on people. Like, you know, you're expected. Like, it may not be your personal expectations, but it's like the world is looking at you and with a magnifying glass waiting for you to mess up. And so, like, you have to, because the media loves you one moment and then they slander you the next.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, a lot of people don't recover from that. And, like, you got to think about it. Even though they're superstars and all that, they're still humans at the end of the day. So they're susceptible to, like, the dogma, like, you know.
Yeah, so I mean, what Brandon's saying what Brandon's saying is like part of it. But to answer your question, I don't think you need to have that in you to be successful.
Yeah.
But I think when you are successful and when you're at that level or whatever caliber, you're allowed to be that way.
Yeah. That's true.
Because of what you say holds weight more, and you've done the work and you've earned the right to be that way. Not saying that that's the best way to be all the time.
Yeah.
But like in moments like that where, just like in the same way with like if you're a football coach or like you're the best player on a team, and people aren't acting right, you got to get in and get on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same way. They're not saying it's the best way to do things or it's the right or wrong way to do things, but like you can if that's how you choose to handle it. That's whatever.
It's about perspective at the end of the day, because like what somebody may think is an asshole, I may think, oh yeah, that man's he's just telling you what he wants. You know
it depends on who you are and like where it's coming from, because it just depends on
it's the timing. It's the timing and the perspective. Like things that you could say back in the days, like you can't say it now because everybody has become not to say so sensitive, but everybody becomes like aware of things. Like, oh, this is that. So you can't say certain things, or you feel like you can't say certain things, and like, or you're an asshole because you say that because you're demanding something from them. Like we have a certain level. This is what we have to achieve, but we want to always go above that level. But to get to that level, everybody can't be so like, okay, somebody has to be a leader and forcing that, and whether it be an asshole. Or,
I think it takes a certain level of maturity to be able to understand where Tom Cruise is coming from. Even if like he did go overboard or whatever, you have to, if you're a fragile person or you don't have the mental toughness to be able to take that and be like, all right, I understand where this is coming from. Like I can take this and move forward, or I can sit back and be hurt and play victim or get in my feelings about it.
Yeah.
It just depends on the level of maturity and like and whatever. And it also depends on like if Tom Cruise was picking on people, like also.
Yeah.
Like if you're a production assistant and he's just going in on you and like, dang, I was told to do this or whatever. Or I don't know. It just depends on how, like you said, how it's delivered, but more so on. It depends on the situation and everything, but it really depends on like the mental toughness of that person and of the team or whoever is working together to understand it and take things either with a grain of salt and move forward, and so on. But yeah, you had a point, Phil.
I think at any level of being successful, you have to be an asshole. And I say asshole in terms of at some point you got to be stern, at some point you got to be assertive, which comes off as being a dickhead or an asshole.
You gotta know what you want.
But that's the point I'm making. Like.
No, I'm saying to me personally, you say you ask, do you think you need to be an asshole? I do. Yeah. I think if you're gonna be successful at the highest levels, you're gonna be an asshole.
Yeah, I mean,
and
there's
different
people.
levels of asshole. Like you can be a nice asshole, you can be a dickhead, but like you're gonna have some assholes.
It's
but
like
it's only interpreted that way, depending on the person's level of maturity. Is what I'm saying. Because like I don't think that's being that way or whatever. It's just.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
if Tom Cruise said that to me, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna be better, Tom.
Yeah, but I also look at it like
me. I'm like, I'm gonna be better because I know I fucked up. Like, or like I know, okay, I can see a 6 foot protocol. I can understand that.
That's looking at it from. I'm just saying from like a blanket perspective. So like I'm not looking at it as a singular individual.
I'm agreeing with
like
you.
A blanket perspective. Like if you look at Kobe was an asshole. Granted, the people that played with Kobe, that loved Kobe, they loved him, and Mike was an asshole, and we revere Mike for being great, but he was a dickhead too, which is cool.
But he was sensitive as hell too. So
I mean, I understand that. And I think at that level, you have to be almost because you operate at such a high level and such a high expectation of yourself that when your success almost depends on other people.
Yeah,
you have to force them to
buy in
to level up.
Yeah.
To get with it or don't. But like that, so I don't always necessarily consider that as being like a dickhead, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's your perspective.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Depends on your personal level. Like I call it a level of maturity. I don't know if that's the way to do it, but the level of mental toughness you have.
Yeah.
Like I don't consider that being a dickhead. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to be a dickhead to be able to be successful, but some people may label you as that or interpret it as that because they're softer or they don't have the fortitude to understand that and take that.
And when
with
you guys
are
growing up, I know not everybody's played sports, but sometime in life, we have played sports.
Yeah.
And you've had leaders on your team, you'd be like, damn, like they're hard on you because they or your coach or stuff like that. You could be like, they're a dick, man, but like, he's right. You know, I need to be better. Yeah. And it's always getting over that sensitivity. I don't know if it's the sensitivity or it's just like that pride.
Yeah.
Pride. You get over that pride. You know what I'm saying? Not like you're like, nobody should be talking to me like that. Like,
but I mean, there's also a line that sometimes can get crossed. Because
I
remember the first year I played tackle football and Chris Carter was my coach, which I was excited about because when I was younger, I loved the Vikings, Randy Moss, Chris Carter. I remember I had a holding penalty on a punt, and he was spazzing the fuck out at like I just caused. We were blowing the team out, and like even he wasn't even the head coach. He was an assistant coach. He was the offensive coordinator, and the head coach was even like they got into it because of how he was talking to me. And at that time, I was like, yo, I fucking hate this nigga. He's no longer one of my favorite players anymore.
Yeah.
If you're not over it, bro, we can still jump this nigga.
We need to.
Hey, we coming for you, Chris.
But I play, he's the hooping.
Yeah, he stays in Boca. I know where you stay at, bro.
I know you stay at him and his son used to hoop with us at the arena. We have off-season like open gyms.
I like assholes and I respond well to assholes, partially in part because I'm an asshole.
But it depends on like there's so that definition is so broad that someone could be a dickhead with the intent of being a dickhead, rather than with the intent of like, I'm being brutally honest. I'm telling you how it is, so you can improve.
Yeah, so
there's a difference.
I like brutal honesty, but whenever you're brutally honest, it just comes off as abrasive and rude and harsh and insensitive.
But it's the picking quality. If they're picking at you, that's different.
Yeah.
Now, but if it's like, okay, get your shit done. Like, get it done and get it to me, and that's
it's really the words and the content of what they're saying rather than how it's delivered.
Yeah.
If the content is like bad and or like is picking at you personally and like not constructively, but like getting on like you're fat or something. I don't know. Like
So like the tournament you were at last week, we didn't even talk about that football coach that was like beating up the 8-year-old kid. Obviously that's way past the line. Like that's completely uncalled for.
Physical. Yeah. That's too much. But like I've worked with
that
people.
was at the tournament too that you were at?
I'm pretty sure it was. It happened in Orlando that weekend, so I'm assuming it was the same one.
Yeah.
It wasn't at our game because that would have been my godson. I would have been on the field. I would have, hey bro, you got me fucked up, man. He even talks to my godson like that.
Yeah, no way that's happening.
There's like even people like nowadays I work with, and she doesn't work with us no more. But she was an ass. Like I would say she was an ass, but she was like what she was saying was demanding. Like she was a demanding ass. Like she was very blunt, but I never took offense to that. I was like, okay, she lets me know what she wants.
Okay, derogatory was what I was. The word I was.
So like she lets me know what she wants, and she's like, get it to me by now, or there's gonna be problems. And so like I'm like, okay, I got you, I got it to you. And like I like that better than somebody's like, oh yeah, just get it to me whenever you get it to me. Oh, you supposed to turn that in on front, and like whoa, like what? Like what? So
you set an expectation. And
So it's like you're blunt. You let me know exactly what you want, and then I can give it to you. Because like, if you just give me a broad, like try to be like PC with me, I'm you're not gonna. I'm gonna procrastinate it. But like let me just I'm finishing and say that. But like if you. Like everybody else at work thought she was like the meanest person alive. I was like, yo, she's just cool. Like, she just tells you what she wants, and that's all she wants. And, like, get it to her, and there won't be no problems. And so you get it to her, and there's no problems. Like, now, if you want to be in your feelings about it, like, okay, like, you know, it's like, at the end of the day, whenever you have a job, you have a goal you have to get done.
Yeah.
And if you don't get that goal done, it's affecting everybody else in that job. So that's why I say, like, it's, if you think about it in the grand scheme of it, if you step outside yourself, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? But if they're like going in like that, like the coach hitting you upside your head, why you turn that paperwork in, huh?
Or if they're being
like, you know, then that's a problem.
If they're being derogatory, that's different.
Yeah, they're like, you fat mother, why you ain't turn that paper in? Like, yo, then that's a problem. But I think, like, if they're just asking you for what they need, and like, I grew up in a household, like, you curse all the time, so curse words don't affect me when somebody's saying that. It's always not what you say to me, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's always been my thing. So I don't think he was an ass in that situation.
All right, well, let's move on. So, as y'all see in the Christmas mood with my sweater on.
That's a tight shirt.
Hey, you were the one that said I look swole when I wear tight shirts.
I didn't mean like buy a tight sweater.
All right, so we could talk about some Christmas stuff. So, how's y'all Christmas shopping been looking thus far?
It's been different because I'm not really trying to go out nowhere.
Yeah.
Get
You
stuff,
gotta do
and then you got to
everything
think
on
ahead.
Amazon.
Like, all right, when is this gonna get shipped?
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm getting. A lot of times I'll go out and be like, all right, kind of have an idea, and I see something that'll strike me like, all right, this is definitely it. But yeah, I don't know. It's been different. I'm pretty much done. I think I have like one, maybe two people left. But yeah, it's been different this year for sure.
Hey, it's a pandemic. Ain't no criminals.
Ain't no criminal.
Ain't no criminal.
Yeah, all I've gotten is one gift so far, and technically I'm not even the one that purchased it at the time. I got Tatiana a gift, but I made her buy it because it's this girl who's based in Miami. She makes a bunch of like shit by hand, like lingerie, like cozy sets, all these different things.
Of
Kiki
course.
brand. And Tatiana had really wanted it. But anytime she releases something, it sells out instantly. And I had a game at the time, so I was like, hey, this is what you're getting for Christmas.
Treat yourself.
You got to buy it for yourself, and I'll just send you the money for the gift. So that's all. I still got to get my sister parent, like Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to be doing that. I've been slacking when it comes to them.
I got Danny's gifts. Then my mom kind of got her something.
Kind of.
Yeah. Cause like I got a check from my last car, so I just gave it to my mom.
Okay.
So instead of like getting her something, I just gave it to her, and then we bought her a trip to Florida, like me and my brothers.
What part of Florida?
Like to come visit for the weekend, the holidays. But she's deciding if she's gonna come or not. So depending on what she's gonna do, if she don't come, I'm gonna just take the money and we'll buy her another trip whenever she wants to travel.
Yeah.
She don't know if she want to travel right now because the pandemic and
Cool,
stuff.
yeah.
So we did that, and then I got Danny's gifts. Actually, the gift I got her, I ordered it early December, and it still hasn't came yet. And so because I was guilty that I felt bad that she might not have it by Christmas, I had to go buy her something else. So I went and surprised her with something else. But
Nice.
It sucks because now I had to buy like 2 gifts that I didn't want to buy initially.
You didn't want to buy both?
No, because the one gift was great, which is cool. I mean, I guess it's not. It doesn't suck. It's great for her because she gets double gifts. But yeah, it's kind of pricey.
I guess I'll go. Yeah, Christmas shopping has always been hard for me. Like, I always get something people need rather than what they want.
Yeah.
I like getting stuff that people are going to use.
Yeah, so my sisters, they don't watch this because they don't know about it yet. Like, yeah, I got them a gift that they have to open together because, like, it only came in a pack. So I was like, all right, you guys open it together. I started to get my nephews and niece. Well, I got my niece something. I gave it to her. Well, her birthday is the 22nd of December. So, like, it's
so she gets
like
doubled up.
so she got her gift already. She opened it. She loved it. Like, it was like something very small for her birthday. But then I always give her something bigger for her Christmas. My mother, though, that's been the hardest one because my mom is the most difficult person I've ever met in my life. So it's not like difficult in a bad way, though. It's like if I get her something that's technology, she's gonna give it to me. Like if I get her headphones, she's gonna give it to me and say, "Give me your old ones. You take the new ones." And so
That's kind of fire, actually.
Yeah, it is.
I
actually.
just buy myself
so,
gifts.
Mom, I'm getting you Beats headphones, but like you're gonna give them to me, and I'm gonna give you my old Beats.
You don't want to get her the $600
No.
Apple AirPod
No.
Max.
I'm just getting her something that she can put in her
Supremes.
ears because she's like, I always put this phone on speakerphone because I don't like to hold my phone up to my ear. And so I'm just gonna give her my old
She
my
kinda
Beats
sounds like that for
3
real.
and put them in there. Well, I'm gonna get her the new ones, and I know what she's gonna do.
Yeah.
It's
Unless
time.
she decides to keep the new ones, and you're gonna be salty
And then,
dog.
no, I ain't gonna be salty because, like, you know, it's like, all right, finally, you know, I'm gonna feel more fulfilled from that.
Yeah.
Like, but like, I know not to get her shoes because I've gotten her shoes. She's never wore them. She's like, I love them.
She can't give them to you.
Yeah, she's like, I love them to death. And she's like, never wears them. I'm like, yo, Mom, are you crazy? She bought 2 pair of Vapor Maxes for herself one time. Never wears them.
That's wild.
She's
Damn,
2
Brandon,
pair.
you trying to be my boyfriend? Tatiana refuses to buy me shoes. She every time I say that's all I want, and she says she refuses.
Yeah, but like everything I get my mom, she like either tries to give it to me back or like, you know, she just like doesn't use it.
So what did y'all ask for Christmas?
Well, speaking of shoes, there's
Yeah.
Zach
So
wanted-
that's all I want for Christmas. That's all I want for my entire life is what I told
He's
y'all.
wanted them for years.
Like
Tati.
I forget what year they came out, but I remember watching Christmas Day.
The Grinch, bro.
Kobe,
I think it was
Lakers.
2012?
That sounds
Or,
about right.
yeah.
Lakers usually play on Christmas Day. I remember everyone courtside. I remember they put the camera on George Lopez. They showed it Kobe with him. It was, again, Christmas Day. So he had the Grinch 6s, which are lime green, volt green, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
And when he was wearing them, I
Grinch
think
green.
they had red laces, which looked
Yeah.
super crispy. They're reselling them this year for the first time ever that they're reselling them. I think maybe it's the second.
I think it's first.
But bro, I am so excited for these, but I know I'm not gonna get them. And I tweeted the other day, like, I finally know what anxiety feels like, because every day I just wake up like anxious, knowing that I'm not gonna get these shits, and it kills
But
me
you
inside.
gotta go. You gotta hurry up and try to find a bot. Or
You gotta
something.
buy a bot, yeah.
For real, like the sneaker game, I wish that wasn't my vice. Like, I wish I could be into like weed or drugs or some shit like that.
Wait,
'cause
what?
my-
I'm glad you're not
I wish I could be in the
They-
drugs.
in the drugs.
Because I might have a homie. I think I got a homie, and one of his homies got a shoe bot.
Really?
So-
they come out December 24th, the day Christmas Eve.
Alright.
But the sneaker game now is just fucked up. Like, everything comes out on these apps, and
Bot.
nobody has a chance. Like, everyone has these bots which purchases the shoes essentially for you. So like, people that don't have bots, like, they're SOL, so you have to buy them from resellers. But these sneakers are reselling for like $2,000, $3,000, which I'm not paying that for some sneakers. But that's
what's the retail price?
180, so it's not that bad. I mean, typical price for Kobe's, but over 1,000, 2,000, like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, for some shoes.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Ain't no
If
fucking
it's-
way.
The bots have destroyed the game. Like,
And that's not even. It's the
just-
resale niggas that destroy
Yeah.
the game. I hate resale people, especially thrift resale people, because I'm
But
an avid
it's
thrift.
because
Even still,
It's
bots,
because they
yeah.
have the bots.
But I'm
and,
saying they-
bro,
they-
you seen,
they-
like,
they
the
get the
PS
bots because of
PS5s.
resale market,
They
yeah.
they spend like they get like
Their
20,
resale
30 of them.
resale has always been crazy like
Yeah.
that.
They
But
created
the
a
bots is what
monopoly.
messed it up, because now people can just guarantee that they're gonna get them and hike up the price. They can guarantee they can get like 10 pairs or something.
And
Hike up
I
the
do
price.
believe there's a fail safe for that, but like you have to spend a certain amount of money for the sell but they don't do it. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They hurt their real customers, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, who are actually avid fans because they
Yeah.
don't want to invest in, like, okay, destroy these bots.
Yeah.
Or,
You know what I'm saying?
Like an anti-bot
They just
or
get like those, oh, can you see the street sign? Like,
Hey, speaking of bots, how would y'all feel about this? So, I'm gonna keep the names disclosed, but I got a homie and his boy put a family member onto bots, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so she came up on like 6 PS5s,
Yeah.
and she wouldn't sell it to him, and he put her on bots,
That's fucked up, bro.
bruh.
That's super
I was
fucked
like,
up.
never.
That's super fucked
She wouldn't
up.
sell him one, bro.
I don't even know how the bots
for
work.
like
so
market, like
at market
price or-
cost.
And
probably.
not even market, like even if you tried it, she wouldn't sell him one. Period. Even not even at market cost or upsell, resale cost, she just wouldn't sell him one. So I was like, yo, that's wild. And so, how bots work is,
So how-
wait. She wouldn't sell them?
yeah. So he put her on the bots. He was the plug to the bots for her. And so she ended up getting bots for electronics. He has the bots for shoes. She ends up getting electronic because she got kids. She got the bots for electronics. So she get like 4 or 5 PS5s and don't sell them one.
That's nuts. I'd be pissed. And again, I don't know the process of the bots. Like, if he can take, I don't know. Never.
Well,
mind.
from my understanding, you pay for the bots. They're
Yeah.
expensive.
Oh,
So like
okay.
upwards to like 2 racks plus.
Oh my god.
2 racks?
But if you think about it, if you get a bot, you lit.
I ain't never getting
So
a bot.
like if you get a bot, you can make that 2 racks back in one flip.
That's true.
Imagine like you get
But
4 or 5 PS5s,
yeah.
you upsell them at $500,
I'm too
$600.
lazy to go through the whole resale process,
Yeah.
so that's why.
But so I mean they're expensive, which is why a lot of people don't. I mean have them. So the bots you got to pay a couple racks for. But yeah, ain't no way.
Ain't no fucking
Ain't no way.
But moving on Christmas stuff. Y'all want to talk about Christmas music? We'll go ahead and rank
That's
all of
trauma.
our.
That's literally trauma.
Only picking 3.
No, I'm talking
Christmas
about it's
music
just
is
Christmas
like
music in
Christmas.
general. It's just trauma.
Why?
It's just trauma. It brings up a lot of trauma.
I guess I don't know what happened.
I
in
mean,
your
we could
past.
talk about it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, we don't go to therapy, so we make a podcast, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
let's do it.
When it comes to Christmas music, I'm not a big Christmas guy, but I like Silent Nights.
By
That was
who?
the Grinch.
This Christmas is
Silent Night by any artist, like, you know.
Are you
Um,
saying in
specific.
order?
I don't know, top 3 as no
Yeah.
particular order, but like my favorite Christmas songs. If I had to pick Christmas songs, I like Silent Night. I don't know which version because I sometimes like the white classical version, and then I also sometimes like the jazz, like R&B version.
Yeah.
I like This Christmas by Donny Hathaway, and I like the Jackson 5. Santa Claus is coming to town. I
Yeah.
like that one.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have. I know we're supposed to be doing top 3, but I think all of them are the same to me, except for El Burrito. The
Mi burrito sabanero. Yeah.
I don't know the words anymore.
So
but
yeah, that's
it.
actually hold up.
I knew that was gonna be on yours for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, that's in my top 3. So
As soon as I said it, I see you go.
so my top 3 is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I gotta have one white song in there. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Even though I'm from Florida and it never looks like
Maybe
Christmas.
it's cold outside too.
So maybe when I lived in the Midwest, it hit a little bit.
Whoa, that's not PC.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
song's
that's
about
good.
rape.
That song's not PC.
Is it?
Bro.
That song's rapey.
Trying to get people drunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
that's-
holding her against her will.
Yeah, dude.
He was doing a such
Dude, no, bro. We gotta cut this.
Alright, so beginning to look a lot like Christmas is my number 3. Number 2 is Mi Burrito Sabanero, and then number
Say that
1.
again?
I'm not saying it. You did it one time, and
Mi
then
Burrito Sabanero.
and then number 1 is This Christmas by Donny Hathaway. Best Christmas song, no debate. And I know everyone's gonna say Mariah Carey should be on there.
Mariah
It's a
Carey.
good song. It's just
Mariah
not in.
Carey.
It's just not in my top 3.
Every time I hear that song, I think of Macy's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That made me like.
Yeah.
I just think of being in Macy's.
Yeah.
Which
So
song?
all I want for Christmas.
Oh,
like that
Macy's.
one. Yeah, it makes me think of Macy's.
Okay, so my top 3. Shouts out to my grandma, putting me on Temptations like my whole life. I think Donny Hathaway has to be number 3 for me. He has to be number 3. Temptations has always been like my thing. So the Little Drummer Boy is number 2 for me. I don't know. It's just something.
I'm not mad at
That's
that.
the rumpa bump.
Yeah.
Rum-pa-bum-bum.
Yeah,
I like that
Little
song
Drummer
too.
Boy,
Yeah,
yeah,
Little
I like that
Drummer
song
Boy,
too.
like by the Temptations. I'll be like, bro. I'll be like, and then Silent Night, and then you have what was his name? Blue Melvin. You had him as like the night before Christmas,
Oh,
like that
yeah,
deep ass
yeah,
voice, like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like, and then and Eddie Kendrick's on it. Silent Night, like it's just like it's so soulful. So it's not necessarily like I said. It's not what they're saying. It's the tone of what they're saying, and you feel their whole soul. In
Ave
it.
Maria is a good one. Is that technically Christmas or no?
How does that go?
I'm not doing it.
So
Oh, Ave Maria.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just said Maria.
yeah.
I don't think so. Is it?
Maybe.
I
I
don't
think
know.
it was in
It
in
just
Home
makes
Alone.
me think of Step Brothers.
I listened to
I think it was in Home Alone.
I listened
I'm
to
somewhere
recently that really made me get in the spirit. That's definitely going to be in my future. Like now, because Danny loves Christmas, I be trying to get in the spirit and not be the Grinch. Historically, I'm usually always the Grinch around Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because I'm like in the spirit,
You
I've
are
been
the
listening
Grinch for
to-
sure.
I know, but because I'm trying to be nice and get in the spirit and not ruin Christmas
wearing
for other
pink?
people.
He's bright. He's happy.
Merry Christmas, Lil Mama has been in rotation. I didn't appreciate it when it first came out a couple years
I
ago.
don't think I know what that is.
Chance and Jeremiah.
The audacity.
Gotcha.
As a homer, it's definitely in rotation now, and it's gonna forever be
homer?
in rotation. Like they from Chicago.
What? It just came out.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah,
that-
they re-put it out on streaming platforms. It was only on SoundCloud. So Merry Christmas, Lil Mama always gets played out. Like I was listening to that in the car the other day. I was like, damn, this is actually really, really good. And I wish I would have been paying attention to it when it first came out around the holidays. So
One of my honorable mentions, and I'm pretty sure this is still Jackson 5, but I don't even know, but Mommy Kissing
That's Jackson 5,
Santa.
yeah.
Okay,
That's
Jackson
yeah,
5.
I definitely fucked that song all the way
Mommy
up.
Kissing
but-
Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's my top 3 plus my honorable mention.
So
Mom's
since
crazy.
we're talking about Christmas songs of stuff like that, when was Christmas ruined for you? When did you find out Santa wasn't real?
what?
Honestly,
When did you find out Santa wasn't real?
I don't know the exact
What?
moment.
Santa Claus, you didn't know Santa's not real? Damn it.
Bro, this is because you just don't believe.
That's
Santa's
true.
real as long as you believe.
Yeah.
it.
That's true.
Nah, I seen what happened. I saw it.
I think it was the year I got a Michael Jordan jersey. I was so hyped, but I think that was the year, and I knew my parents had got it for me. I don't know, I can't remember how I figured it out, but that was definitely the year I found out. But I wasn't like mad though. I remember when
You were
I
like,
found
what,
out
16?
yeah, that's exactly what it was. I remember finding out when the Tooth Fairy wasn't real. Like nothing made me mad. I was just like I just outsmarted y'all. That's all it was.
I think it was like 4, 5, or 6. Because like what we would do when I was a kid, I grew up in my
Bro,
granny's
if
house.
you were 4, you didn't even know Santa was a thing.
5 or
Yeah,
6.
I feel like you were older, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, it was literally like 5 or 6. I was like a kid.
yeah,
like a baby, like a
whatever.
child,
Phil.
like
You
a
just want to
youngin'.
feel like you was on the wave, on the zeitgeist, whatever. You
No,
wanna
I
call
wasn't
it.
on the zeitgeist. It was I woke up and I
He was
saw
reading
my
minds.
granny packing gifts.
Yeah.
And so she'd tell us, she'd be like, oh, if Santa catch y'all, then they put like salt and pepper in your eyes. So I caught her and I went back to sleep. And then the whole time in bed, I can go back to this memory. I was just like laying in bed like, I don't know if Santa's real or not.
Yeah.
And then, growing up on Southside Chicago, it's always them little badass kids that be like,
Yeah.
Santa Claus ain't real. My big brother told me so. So then after that, I just knew he wasn't real.
Yeah.
But it was like, I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I don't think anyone spoiled it for me. I just figured it out on my own.
I think, yeah, it was always like I figured out on my own.
So you guys don't leave cookies out for Santa no more?
No.
I stopped putting up a tree when I was like 15. In high school, we didn't even put up trees anymore. Because like it was me and my brothers and we didn't really care for Christmas.
Bro, the first time I knew Santa wasn't real was
Yesterday?
I never sleep. I haven't done that since I was like a little kid. I always stay up all night long. And
On Christmas?
Insomnia.
No, just all the time. So
I seen you sleep before, bro.
no, I sleep a lot more now, like than I used to do back in the days. But I never used to sleep, and then I always have energy. But it comes with a crash. Like,
Yeah.
the crash is like you'll sleep like 24 hours, but so it was Christmas Eve, and I didn't go to sleep at all, and I was just up, and I remember looking out my door and I saw the Christmas present that I wanted being dragged by my dad through the house to like out to the shed, and I kind of followed him, and then when he dragged it all the way to the shed, I ran back in the house.
But what if Santa had just dropped it off and he picked it up
Santa
and put it in
didn't
the
drop that
shed?
shit off. Like I knew, like I ain't stupid, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, and it was at that point I knew Santa was not real, and it was all a lie. Cause I was like, bro, like. I was a very intuitive kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I always got in trouble in school because of that. Because I always asked questions. And I was like, this shit don't make sense. This nigga got a flying fucking Rudolph with a red nose. Is this nigga nuclear?
Goes
Like
across the world in hours.
Yeah.
Like how? Like he must be moving at light speed
Yeah.
to
Yes,
go to each house
You
and
didn't
all
realize
that.
Santa was an alien?
The older I get, like, I
This
always.
nigga was
Santa is
teleporting.
Jesus' brother.
But it's a fat nigga sliding down the chimney.
chimney, yeah.
I ain't have a chimney.
No,
Yeah.
no Florida niggas had chimneys.
It's like the older
Yeah.
you get, you
just walks in the
realize
front door.
how ridiculous it is, and like
Yeah.
I always think to myself, like, for my kids, for my kids' sake, how am I going to tell them about Christmas? Because
Yeah.
I don't know if I really want my kids to believe in Santa Claus. Because for me, it doesn't expand the imagination that much.
I want them to believe in Krampus. Y'all know Krampus?
No.
That's what you
Isn't
get.
that
You don't
like
drink
the
enough
evil?
water.
It's like it's
It's a
well,
spirit,
it's not
right?
evil. It's a Norwegian holiday, and they have like a Krampus fest before it. Like they
Do
dress
they do
up and all that.
blackface?
No,
That's
what?
actually that's a
That
no.
in
That's a
Netherlands
Dutch.
they
Yeah,
do.
that's in
Okay.
the.
Yeah,
It,
so-
it's like
Blackface.
super controversial. Yeah.
So what it is, it's like instead of jolly old Saint Nick, it's like this like demonic kind of presence or evil of one or whatever
Oh,
you
so
want to
you'd
call
rather
it.
your kids believe
and
in
he
that.
comes with a red sack and he scoops up all the kids who are bad and he takes them home and he makes stew out of them. I want my kids to believe that. Like, yo, you're bad as hell. You're gonna get eaten.
That sounds like mental torture, but okay.
No, it's not mental torture. The torture is of Santa Claus. And what if Santa Claus doesn't bring anything? You know what I'm saying? Then that's hope destroyed.
If Santa Claus don't bring nothing, you gonna be stew.
But if you're no, I mean, there's been times when Santa Claus ain't bring nothing. And when I was a kid, I was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like
I
that
always got
hurt.
gifts.
That's that hurt. You know, I'm a bad kid. I felt bad about it. But like, okay, as long as I'm good, I'm gonna get something. Or as long as I'm good in life, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that'd be better. Like you guys, so it's, like I said, it always goes back to perspective with me. With everything we talk about, it's about perspective. Like you may have like your argument, but that's not my perspective of it. So that's just me. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm like my kids don't know about Krampus. If you be bad, bad things will happen. That's kind of like karma. You know what I'm saying in a sense. So like you know what I'm saying. If you be bad, a nigga with horns gonna come and scoop your ass up and take you and eat you.
And turn you into stew.
Yeah,
Niggas gonna boil you.
yeah.
So we were gonna save Christmas movies for later, but since we're already on Christmas, y'all want to just talk about Christmas movies now and then
Ooh.
get back to music.
Yeah, might as well.
All right.
Can I go first?
Go ahead. Well, we're gonna do the same thing. Rank our top 3 Christmas
three?
movies.
I don't think I have a top 3, but listen, I know
Nigga,
you.
you're supposed to come prepared.
I came
Yeah, he
prepared.
didn't come prepared.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
If I don't have a top 3, how is that not coming prepared though? Because maybe I just don't find 3 movies that good that I want to rank them.
All right, you say what you got.
Yeah, but
My favorite movie.
Bro,
my
have you
favorite-
have you seen 3
Just-
Christmas movies?
Just say it.
Yes, you have. bro.
I'm sure that don't mean I have to like all of my scenes.
Okay, but you can still rank them even if you don't. It's still in order,
Okay, well, my favorite Christmas movie of all time is Friday After Next.
and that's not
Okay.
even real.
That's a real Christmas movie. That is
Barely.
that is a Christmas movie, bro. That to the extent
Yeah.
that is don't okay.
There's
But
Christmas
is-
in it. But
No,
doesn't mean it's a
it's-
Christmas movie.
How is it not a Christmas movie? Explain to me that.
I agree with Phil.
How
think
is it
it's
not?
Christmas
That is a
movie?
black Christmas movie.
It's a Black Christmas movie.
It comes on
Yes,
every
I
Christmas
believe.
every year. That is a
Yes.
Christmas movie,
Okay, yeah.
and it's
Yes.
Christmas
Because it
themed,
comes on,
like
yeah.
I got you, Phil.
Thank you, Brandon.
I got
All
you.
right, what else? Is it just that, or you got
No,
other
Home
ones?
Alone's after that.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
Which
What was number one?
Just put all of them.
No,
Because you don't have a top 3. Just put Home Alone 2 and 3 on there.
So Home Alone and
Friday.
Friday the Next and
and I want to say that's it.
All right.
All right, mine. I got Elf number 1. If Elf isn't your number 1, you're wrong.
Facts.
wow, that's crazy.
It's not
And
true.
then yeah, I mean you have a good point with Friday After Next, so I get it. But Elf and then Home Alone, the first one. I like all of them. It depends on what I'm feeling. Even when the one with the new little kid, he was pretty lit. But
3. See, I felt like I was the only one. I feel like everyone
like
hates
3.
3,
I
and
like
3's not that bad.
I just thought of another one. But the one I had, my third one was The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
Oh, okay.
You gotta have that one in there.
I know my third one
What?
actually. What's the one with the black and white? It's like
Yeah,
a
you don't know it, bro.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes, that's my third
You
one. I
ain't
like
even
that
seen
movie.
it.
I
have
watched
seen
that
that
thing
movie,
about
yeah.
that.
Completely
So
forgot about
I
it.
think Snow Day,
Yeah.
the Disney Snow Day. I think that's like an honorable mention for me.
With the Cuba Gooding Jr. Or
No, that's Snow Dogs.
Snow Dog. Oh, okay.
I don't
Snow
know
Day
what
was,
Snow
I think,
Day
it was
is.
like a DCOM Disney Channel original movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
With who? No, I don't think he was. Oh, he was. He was in it. Yeah. Yeah, Josh Peck was in it.
Hey, shouts out to Top T. She's off camera, but shouts out.
So I have my 3 is a 1A or a 3A and 3B because I couldn't knock one out. But Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger is a great.
Yeah, Sinbad in there.
Yeah, Sinbad's
Yo,
in it.
Sinbad was in it.
No,
Yo,
that is an underrated Christmas movie. It is
Yes.
so good. It is really good.
Yes, it is.
And there's actually like parts with Sinbad that's kind of like inappropriate. Like it shouldn't be a kids movie. But Jingle All the Way is a great Christmas movie.
I agree.
But then my 3B is The Grinch, but not the Jim Carrey one. It's the original cartoon one.
Oh, you
like
bullshit.
even though it's like 5 minutes long, it's super short. But I love that Grinch movie.
Yo, get the fuck
And
out of here.
then from there, I have the same as AJ, Home Alone and Elf. That's 2 and 1.
Oh my god. So since he said Jingle All the Way, Jingle All the Way has to be my third. I'm only even picking threes. Jingle All the Way.
Thank you, Brandon.
Cause that was lit. He was trying to get that action figure
Yes,
and
yes.
trying to be a good dad.
Yeah,
and then
it's
Sinbad
such a-
was in there like that.
Have y'all seen it?
I think I've seen it, but I'm not. I've
It's
maybe
really good.
once.
It's
I'll
really
watch
good.
it again.
Anything with Arnold in it is like hilarious.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So that's
I have actually.
I think a Christmas Story.
I've
Like-
never seen it.
It literally
With the Scrooge, right?
It plagues. No. It's about you'll shoot your eye out and the tongue getting stuck on a pole. It literally plagues my mind because my dad loves that fucking movie all the time.
Wait, so you
And
like
we
it or
have
you
to
don't
watch
like
it
it?
all the time.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
whenever family's over, we have to watch it. It's a good movie. I not like I dislike it. It's just that we have to watch it all the time. It's funny as hell. It's an old movie, and then it's just like it's like the whole time the kid wants a Red Ryder BB gun.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You shoot your eye out. You shoot your eye out." And it's just like it's just a story about a kid with Christmas, and it's just funny as hell if you watch it.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
Number one has to be The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
I don't know why I didn't like it that
With
much.
Jim Carrey.
I like
I
the
think that
cartoon
was-
one.
It's just like him
I think-
doing the like it's just how extra
He killed
is.
it. And the Who's and little what's her name?
It makes it like so entertaining.
I think because the Who's were so ugly to me, that's part of like a huge reason why I
Why?
didn't
Because they
like
have white people noses.
I guess, but they
the
look.
audacity.
I even
Yo,
like the
Martha May when I was a kid. Yo,
Disrespect to
all
Friday
I'm
After
saying is I went through a lot of lotion because of Martha May. Like,
Yo.
Wait, so if we counting Friday After Next as a Christmas movie, are we
Yes.
counting Mean Girls as a Christmas movie?
Who?
Mean Girls.
I never watched Mean Girls, but I think Friday After Next definitely is a Christmas movie, and I would put Jingle All the Way because that's the one where he's like chasing that like whatever he's in the end of the movie. He's on they got floats and shit. That's
Yeah. There's floats, and then he's dressed up as the action figure that he's trying to
Yeah,
get.
Okay, yeah, I would
And then
put that
he's-
like
He
top
flies?
five.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that top five. Completely forgot about that.
yeah,
A lot of people forget about Jingle All the Way.
yeah, because
But I think you guys are doing yourselves a disservice by not including Friday After Next as a
So-
Christmas movie.
so I have my top three, but Friday After Next is the top four. That's like the exception. That is the exception because that shit is hilarious.
It's a great.
You remember what happened to the last security guards?
Yeah, I would put it in there, but I didn't. I don't know why. I just didn't think of it as a classical.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
They
But
were
it doesn't have to
literally
be.
having a Christmas
Well,
party
the premise
for
of
to
the
pay for the
movie
rent.
is they got their they had their Christmas stuff stolen.
Yeah.
And then yo, when he's sleeping in the bed, all I wanted two fat bitches.
Instead of Cheetos,
And
I get to the fat
cheeseburgers.
bitches. Did you pee on me?
Like, what happened? Like, bro, you slept through that. I got beat up by Santa Claus.
I like my fish wet and squirmy.
All right,
I
so
don't know how you guys don't have Elf in your top three.
yeah, Elf
Like
is
when it
Yo,
came
hold
out,
up.
when it
Yo,
came out
the
in
best
theaters.
part is when Money Mike was like, "You got a lot of balls." And you're like, yo,
Elf would
died.
be top five. Elf
And
would
he
be.
was like,
I
"Oh."
didn't think
Yo, when
You
he got him with
starting
the
me.
vice grips, yo, that was crazy.
Turn
I was like,
Brandon
yo, what is going on right now?
Brandon is real passionate right
we
now.
need to put like a headphone warning. Sorry to all our headphone
Yo.
listeners right now.
Yo, when he's like, you got a lot of balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I probably actually after hearing Elf and
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way,
He said he didn't even have a top three.
I knock out. I switched 3 and 4
So say it because I already forgot.
because 3 was the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
yeah.
Because I really still like.
So 3 is Jingle All the Way or
Yeah. Because
okay.
I forgot.
And then Elf is which one?
Elf.
Elf
Yeah.
is 4.
Okay.
I think you gotta.
I don't know. Elf is like one of Will Ferrell's best movies too.
Yeah.
Like
I
Yeah.
never really liked.
he has. You said what?
My favorite
never
Will
liked
Ferrell
it.
movie.
Like-
is,
Well, you said
you didn't really
Step
like
Brothers
Christmas
and
stuff,
Talladega
though,
Nights.
Yeah.
I like Christmas stuff, but I never really liked Elf. I never really liked Elf. Never. I
There's
never got
so
into
like
it.
it's
I
so
never watched
quotable.
it.
There's
It's
so
under
many
Snake
parts
It.
of Elf.
Yeah, old school is like.
I can't say that Elf to me is not one of his best. It's not even his top 3
yeah.
movies.
I think old school is way
Yeah,
better than
same.
Elf.
No, I think Elf is my and Will Ferrell and people get on me on about this all the time. Will Ferrell and Denzel are my two favorite actors. So Step Brothers
I like Will
definitely number
Ferrell a lot.
one. I think
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights might be two, and then Elf.
Step Brothers.
Semi-Pro is
Step Brothers was his one.
Step Brothers is number one. That's
Semi-pro Jackie movie.
Semi-Pro is really good.
yeah.
Yeah,
so-
that is.
I would put Elf in my top 5. I don't know. I haven't really
Will
thought about
Ferrell
it for Will Ferrell. Maybe we'll do it next episode.
Maybe we could. Yeah, we should.
And while I'm at
I like
it,
Elf.
Prelude.
Wedding Crashers
To the
isn't a
interlude.
Will Ferrell movie, but Will Ferrell is in Wedding Crashers, and that's one of my favorite movies as well.
Mom, the meatloaf.
What is she even doing in there? All right.
Oh man.
But we can get back to music. Last episode we talked about Wiz and Cudi and who was more influential. AJ, what did the final
poll
results look like?
The Rat Pack, boy. The Rat Pack.
I mean, off the top of our head, we don't know
know
the
it
exact
was-
number. AJ's pulling it up right
Yeah.
now, but everyone kind of agreed with what we were saying, that Cudi was more
Hey,
influential.
I'm doing the Kid
Than
Cudi
Wiz.
sliding down the SLS.
And I brought this up, I think, after like episode 3, that we move in the culture now, because it was something in sports that we had talked about that you like put in the group that I think maybe it was about Steph or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but it was something we talked about on the podcast. Then one of like the bigger networks had talked about it, and then we just talked about
Was
Wiz
Steph
and
being the number or the best point guard?
it might have
was
been. I
that?
can't remember now. But then we talked about Wiz and Cudi, and then on the Joe Budden podcast, they were talking about Cudi's influence. So hey, we
can-
out here only 320 downloads, but we out here moving
So
the culture.
83%
Wow.
in favor of Cudi over Wiz, and who is the most influential artist?
Everywhere I'm going, I'm screaming out, Kid Cudi!
Okay, you mean yeah, might have got me there.
All
He might
right.
have got me.
Right, Kobe? Cudi, right?
So, staying on the ranking themes, this is the last ranking we'll be doing for this episode. But AJ really wanted to rank Kanye albums. All 4 of us here, and Luke included, and all of our other close friends are big Kanye fans. AJ, did you want to start it off?
Well, I wanted to do top 5, but we decided to do a top 3.
I mean,
Top
we
5 was
can
gonna
do
get
top
in.
5 since
I
we're
have a
already
top
here.
5, yeah.
All
But
right, let's do top 5 then.
no, we can do top 3, and then we can
Top
throw it
three,
in
yeah. I said
later
top
on
three.
and say,
Kobe.
hey, this is our Kobe's all the way in the pocket. But number 1 for me is The Life of Pablo.
Okay, I'm not mad at
Like,
that.
I think that is his best and like most complete work. Like you can not, yeah, all the way through. Every single song is a banger.
Yeah,
You can listen to every single one of them
yeah.
and not skip a beat. It's one of his more recent ones, but I think that was just. And my brother said this, even though it's not his number 1, but he said that was like Kanye's final form.
yeah.
Like he took from everything, but his production was amazing. His lyrics was good. It was timely.
That
he had-
concert's the best concert I've ever been to in my
Yeah,
life.
he had the
Yes.
best, not the best features, but he used his features incredibly well.
Yeah,
And like, it's a 20-song album,
Yeah.
and
it's hour and
every
6
single
minutes.
one of the song goes, every single song goes. So it's like, I think yeah, it weighs more a little bit to me because of that too. You can play it all the way through. There's none that you would like on some albums. There's songs that even Kanye. There's some I would skip.
yeah.
Or songs I would skip, and I was listening to it recently this week just to like solidify it, and I was like, yeah, there's every single song is lit. And then I have My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy second,
That's 2. Okay.
because that it was kind of hard whether I'd put that one or The Life of Pablo number 1, but I think Life of Pablo is just stronger.
Yeah.
But yeah, he uses his features well. His production was amazing. The theme of the album, just everything. And then I have 808s and Heartbreaks as my third,
Okay.
because he just like shifted the culture and just like I mean, Cudi was a huge influence. Everyone knows I like Cudi too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was another. I guess I'm gonna go into my top 5, but that was a little bit, not a little bit late. I think that was like the turning point
Yeah.
for him, where it's the first time he did something different. Not first time, but like he kind of went a different direction than the first 3 or 4 that he did. I think there was 3 before, and like every song on there, you can play it all the way through. Every song is a banger. Production is amazing. Just the same thing with the first three I have.
You and I, just like kind of the last list, have the same
Yeah,
top three
the same top
essentially.
three.
I just have them in different orders. So
Yeah.
I have 808s 3, Life of Pablo 2, and then My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
That's
not
like your-
just Kanye. That's my favorite album.
That's your favorite
too.
album. I was gonna say
Yeah.
yours your favorite album
Yeah.
ever. I think I have the most affinity for Graduation. I think that might be the first album I've ever owned.
Yeah.
But and I like that one. I think I don't like Drunken Hot Girls that much. That's the only song on the album I don't really like.
That song.
Can't Tell Me Nothing is probably one of my favorite songs of all time.
So this is okay.
So yeah,
'cause
we're going into like
This is Graduation.
yeah, this is Graduation.
Because the 3 first albums to me are just one album.
Oh, just one up. Yeah.
So anytime someone's like,
It's
"Oh,
like a three-part,
Graduation,
yeah.
late registrations," I'm like, I have no idea. They're all one album to me.
Oh, yeah.
So Can't Tell Me Nothing is on Graduation.
Yeah.
So that
And
would
his
be-
artwork
yeah.
on that is super
Yeah.
fire with the bear and
Yeah.
and the colors and everything.
Fucking amazing.
But yeah, that I think that was like his I'm Here album, and he named it Graduation also. But and then I have in my top 5 to round it out if we were to do, I have Jesus.
Okay, so we have the exact same top 5.
We do.
Just our 1 and 2 are different.
Okay.
Our
But yeah,
top
Jesus
5 is
is
the exact thing.
Brandon, what's yours? Because y'all being from Florida, it's interesting for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my top 5. 808s and Heartbreak is number 1.
number 1.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah.
Number 1. It's.
Well, it's huge Cudi influence. So like no
why
matter.
are you so paranoid? Like I listen to songs so much.
And the
And, go ahead.
I like how he starts all his albums off, but Welcome to Heartbreak, the second song.
Yeah.
But Welcome to Heartbreak with Kid Cudi on it. Oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah.
yo, it. Yeah, like Say You
Coldest Winter was
Will
my favorite
is
song.
Yeah.
Heartless, and
Yes,
you have
bro.
Love Lockdown. You have
All of
Paranoid.
them. Paranoid.
Yo,
No,
Why are you
RoboCop.
so paranoid?
RoboCop, like yo, that shit. Why?
Bro, so many people shit on 808s, and
Nah, they
it
just- I don't-
blows my mind.
And the thing
It
is
was
that
ahead
with
of its time,
808s,
so it's one of
it was
those
ahead.
things
It's
that
right.
age
It's
well.
yeah, exactly. It's ahead of its time, but it's aged super well, and you can
Streetlights.
play it right now, and it's
And
It-
the
it's-
sounds are still prevalent. in
exactly
hip-hop.
not even that it's prevalent, but like a lot of things. I mean, I think a couple of his first albums kind of not fell off, but like there's time decay with those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 808s, that was timeless. I think my top 3, I think, are all timeless albums.
So number 1 would be 808s and Heartbreak.
Yeah, and that's like y'all said, it's the sound right now. The harmonizing, singing, rapping,
Rap. Yeah.
heavy
And
808s,
emotions,
obviously,
emotions.
emotional, yeah, and then heavy auto tune. That's the
That's
sound right
literally
now.
the sound of
Yeah.
yeah.
So 808s and Heartbreak is number 1. Number 2 is kind of hard. Because like I hate ranking things because
Yeah.
Because if I had to
'Cause
rank Kid
You feel like
Cudi
you're doing a disservice
yeah,
to
it's like saying I like one better than the other, and I
Yeah.
don't. It's not necessarily that. It's just like I go off of what I listen to more.
right.
Yeah.
That's why I said with
And-
Graduation, that's when I have the most affinity for like other reasons. But if I had to like, not without bias, but like if you just look at it for what it is, that ranking is what I think are the best. Because
So-
I think I like 808s more than my Dark Twisted Fantasy, but I can understand and see like, okay, this is
Yeah.
a little bit better.
So 808s is number 1 for me. Number 2 has to be my Twisted Dark Fantasy. It's just like it's so good. It's so good to me. Like you have such great songs and like Power. You have Monster. Like it's just like it's.
You got 2 Rick Ross
Yeah,
features on there.
yeah, Rick Ross. Like, shouts out to 305. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Gorgeous with Kid Cudi. Like
Gorgeous.
that-
Devil
that's-
in a New Dress.
I listen to that. Runaway, but Runaway is my
Who
favorite
Will
song
Survive
on
in
that.
America?
Like,
Bro, all of
Runaway, especially so it's not the actual album version
All of the
it.
Lights?
When he was performing it like on stage.
Yeah.
That version blew my fucking mind. Like my brain popped off, and saying I don't know where it went,
Yeah.
but it came back eventually. But like that's pretty like it was amazing.
Bro, all of the lights interlude by itself, like,
It's
is
that
the
good,
most
yeah.
beautiful thing I've
All
ever
of the
heard.
lights.
No, just the
Yeah,
the
the piano.
violins, all the
piano for the first, like, 40
yes.
seconds is going ding.
Bro, beautiful.
What's your third?
I'm biased on this one. So because I went to the Life of Pablo concert and I was in general admission, like it was like
I feel bad for
Underneath the
people that
stage?
didn't go to general admission.
yo, it was.
Well, I
something-
didn't, and I was fine. But I
Really?
don't really like to be.
Yeah.
It was
Standing up.
amazing. it was amazing. Like,
Yes, bro.
not amazing. It was
you wasn't
amazing. And like,
Yeah.
no, but like yo, jumping up, like you feel like you could touch the stage. Like
You did touch the stage.
I got hops. I touched it, and the security guard was like, he was standing next to me the whole time,
They
and he was
did
like,
it
"Yo, you can't be doing that." I'm like, "Bro, I got hops, bro. Like, I'm trying to."
Didn't you guys mosh down there too?
Yeah. So I punched somebody in the back of the head. Like, nah, bro. So it was like the wildest experience. I didn't go to a lot of concerts, but it was like the wildest experience because I punched. The dude was pushing.
I gave you
me.
my ticket too.
Well, no, I was for Kid Cudi.
No, I gave you my ticket because I ended up getting tickets through work. We both bought Kid Cudi ones. I gave you the ticket to that. Yeah, because I got free tickets through work.
Yeah.
And I was like up in the suite or whatever.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. So like it was the moshing down there was crazy because like we was all pushing and shoving, and I got upset. So I punched this dude in the back of the head.
He turned
and
around and was
like,
happy.
At your concert,
Yeah, dude. And I freaked out. I was like, yeah, like again.
at your concert, did Kanye do his typical Kanye thing and like have a like 10-minute monologue rant?
No, I don't think.
Bro, he
I think
at
he talked for a
ours,
little bit, but he
He
didn't rant that
talked
long.
for a little bit and talked about this girl having a tattoo of like the runaway,
yeah.
with the ballerina.
At ours, he had a pretty long rant. Like niggas wasn't having it, but I was like, I want to hear
But
what
yeah,
he's
Kim
saying.
K was at the one we went to.
Oh, Big Sean was at
Yeah,
ours.
Kim K and then Chloe was there,
Yeah.
and Tristan Thompson I think was there
Yeah.
in the stands.
So y'all top threes are all very similar.
Yeah.
So it was lit, like, but I'm saying I'm biased because that I went to the concert and the concert was like crazy because he's playing like old songs. But I gotta say, like, Life of Pablo and Graduation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I listened to Graduation more than I listened to Life of Pablo because like it's just such great songs on there.
It
I
is,
wonder, like, you know what I'm saying? What it means.
Homecoming is lit.
All right. So now, as the
just
Chicago
dreams
nigga,
come
I want to hear Phil.
So listen to y'all is actually very interesting to me because like my favorite Kanye, my favorite album is Dark Twisted Beautiful Fantasy, of course, just because it's a masterpiece album.
I think we've all called it different names. It's My Beautiful Dark Twisted.
My Beautiful Twisted Dark
Every time
Fantasy.
it's said, it's a
keeps
different
up
name.
differently.
It's just a Chicago. It's a Chicago way of saying it.
But you know what I meant. But that's my number one album. My number two is The College Dropout. And my number three...
What are the big songs on College Dropout? Because again, it's all...
Spaceship.
Jesus Walks on
Oh,
the Line?
yeah.
Jesus
Spaceship,
Walks,
All Falls Down.
All Falls Down. 2 Words.
Workout plan.
Like that.
It's Through the Wire on
Breathe
that
in,
one?
Wire.
Breathe out.
Through the Wire, Breathe In, Breathe Out. Those like the standouts.
Family Business is good.
Family
man.
Business, yeah, so many. Get them high.
Oh, that
Slow
glitters
jams.
is not gold.
So that's
Gold
number
is
2
not
for
reality.
me. Just because
Was Slow Jams his first big song?
it was one of them.
Or no, Through the
Marvin
Wire.
Gaye.
I think
Through the Wire came out first.
Vandross,
But Through the Wire didn't
Melody.
pop as much as Slow Jam. Slow Jam took them like radio.
Yeah.
Through the Wire was on the radio, but it
That,
wasn't charting.
Slow Jams had Twist on it.
Yeah. So another that's
I
a
remember
hometown
that.
favorite.
I played on BET. Like that was like really.
Yeah.
So College Dropout's number 2 just because that was like my first real introduction to Ye and like you grew up with that sound. So
Yeah.
like for me, that was when I was really figuring out like hip hop and learning hip hop. And so just listen through the album, you have to go back and search all the samples.
Yeah.
And then my third one, I wanted to put Watch the Throne third, just because
I'm
personally,
surprised you don't have it higher.
I listen to Watch the Throne a lot, but because it's a dual album, I
Yeah.
didn't want to put it in this
Yeah.
list. But if it
Makes
was in this
sense.
list, Watch the Throne would be third. But because of
I
now
mean,
Watch the Throne,
we can still count it.
Yeah.
We can still say
okay,
Watch the
so
Throne.
then it'd be Watch the Throne. It'd be a tie between Watch the Throne and Late Registration.
Okay.
So
Dang,
for
so
me,
you didn't have Life of Pablo in there?
Life Pablo was cool, but for me, like the best
Nah, if I fuck
Kanye
this model.
was up to My Twisted Beautiful Dark Fantasy because
Twisted Beautiful.
whatever. But it's just because the essence of what
Yeah.
Kanye was is all in those projects. So you don't have the superstar Kanye yet. And so
Yeah.
superstar Kanye, he expands his sounds, he experiments, which
Yeah.
I love all his body of works after that. Like 808s is up there for me still.
Yeah.
But like that soulful,
Yeah.
heartfelt Kanye, but like almost before his mom died. Like
Yeah.
that's the best Kanye for me.
But I just want to throw an honorable mention on Late Registration because of Bernie Mac being on the album.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I
Late
yeah,
Registration
yeah.
has
I love
so
Bernie
many
Mac.
classics. Like
But I mean, all of his. I feel like all of his albums.
I mean, they
do.
do, but it was like but it's the sound of it. So it's like crack music.
Wake up, Mr. West,
It's
Mr.
like
West,
that's that
Mr.
crack.
Fresh,
Like
Mr.
it's so like I don't know. It's like
Sean Fresh.
somber-ish,
Yeah.
and like I feel like all of his projects going over so
Bro,
cinematic. So
but-
these weren't as cinematic as the ones y'all
Late
named.
Registration was
Yeah,
cinematic.
I
Like
like
all the
cinematic.
albums y'all like are
Yeah.
very cinematic. These
I think-
aren't
so-
as cinematic.
Cinematic.
So, yeah, see, I know what you're saying by cinematic,
Cinematic.
but like the way I was thinking about it, I was like, the life of Pablo is a symphony, like
Yeah.
all the way through. He's orchestrating this entire thing. Same thing with
My
say it,
beautiful dark twisted fantasy.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and then same thing with 808s.
808s, yeah.
They're all symphonies. They're all everything working together to create or
Yeah.
making this one thing. Like the ones like his previous ones, I like them a lot. Like he was like, all right, this is who I am. This is what I do, and then Graduation is like, here, I'm here. And then after that, I feel like that's when
But see, that's why I like
So-
it, like what you said. So
Yeah.
the early ones is this is who I am,
yeah.
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
that's my favorite part of Kanye.
Well, that's who he was at the time. I think
Yeah.
now is because he's even in his life, he is this person who has many facets and like can do a lot and can take on something new and be the best at that. And that's what he did with 808s.
It felt like his essence in the beginning. That's
Exactly.
his total essence.
Essence,
Now,
yeah.
It feel like
Now
the
it feels
later
like
albums
this
feel like
is
a
what I
lot
can
of
do.
too much influences got
Yeah.
into him, and then like he has changed a little bit.
I don't think
because
it's
of
I
that.
don't think he's changed. I think he's always
He's always been that.
he's
but,
always
like,
been a person
it's
that's
just,
like, I want to be in everything. I want to show that I can do everything.
But
And
it
then
has-
he did that on I think the ones that I consider my top three.
It had more of an influence on him. I feel like the earlier albums were like more of like raw emotion,
Yeah,
and like it was just like pen to pad raw emotion.
I feel like he was
Like,
more rapping
if-
and
if-
introspective. Yeah,
Late Registration, like
He
you
raps
have-
heavy
you
on-
have songs
on
like
T-Lop,
Heard
though.
Him Say,
Yeah.
like he brought a lot of his like family stuff into that,
Yeah.
like it's stuff what he was feeling
Yeah.
and stuff that he experienced. Touch the Sky, you have Gold Digger, you have Drive Slow, you have My Way Home with Common, which I love that
Diamonds
song.
from Sierra Leone is one of my favorites.
Roses. You have Crack Music. Yeah, Bring Me Down. That was pretty. I love that song. We Major. Yo, I love We Major.
I just think
listen
that
to shit a lot.
the fun, like I guess the basic differences is like you said, this is who he is, and like once he got past
My beautiful dark twisted fantasy.
it was like now I'm gonna show you, y'all know who I am. Now I'm about to show
Yeah.
y'all where I can ascend to,
Yeah.
and I think
agree.
that's the difference. So like
Or where
I
I'm going, or like-
where I'm going, or where
yeah.
I'm at,
Like I'm.
and so that's my difference. Like
Well,
I-
the-
it was
and the
like-
life
I was
of
like-
the life
like,
of Pablo.
I'm not a
But the thing
zebra,
is,
I can change my stripes.
yeah, but
like, you
also
know.
with that, the life of Pablo, he is calling himself Pablo Picasso, like a master,
He's an
master,
artist,
a master artist.
But
And so that's
said
also
it,
at
it
the-
wasn't. It was just you interpret who the pop because it could be Pablo Picasso, it could
Yeah.
be Pablo Escobar. Like,
Okay,
it's-
okay, well, yeah, but
But even
that's
if you
what-
think it was Pablo Picasso,
But even when he
he
ma-
had a blue period, and the blue period, like there's different periods in an artist's life where so Pablo had like a lot of stuff like it was like a hue of blue,
Yeah.
and like it was like a depressed state, and I don't remember all the details because I've been drinking, but it's like it was depression. I think it was his friend committing suicide and all that. I
Yeah.
could be wrong. I think I'm right, but at the time I think I'm right. But like yeah, it was a lot of things influencing that blue period of Pablo Picasso's life. And so I think that when he said that, like, okay, he's like showing you that these are just periods of time. Like this album is just a period of how I'm feeling, and the next
Yeah.
album will be another period of how I'm feeling, and the next album will be another period. You
okay,
know, so-
I think that's how you interpret. What I think he was saying is like, like this is who I am now. Just like you were saying with the essence of like those first three albums, this is who he is. But with the life of Pablo, I think he was actually just stamping like, hey, this is who I am. This is the best of me or whatever at the time. Obviously, every album he put out, that was the best of him at the time. But I don't think that he was showing us, like you said, where he can ascend to. I think he's like, hey, I'm already here. Just like with 808s and Arbors, I'm already here.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna catch up.
y'all can catch up, yeah.
The life of Pablo, I'm here already. Y'all gonna catch up.
And don't sleep on Watch the Throne, one of the greatest collaborative albums ever.
My favorite's
Yeah.
Bad Meets Evil, Eminem and Royce the 5'9".
So I'm gonna go through Bert's because I asked him to send it, and he texted me, he says, definitely tough, depends on his mood. 808s could be his favorite album any given day. Any given day, if I'm like on a late night drive, or Yeezus or Graduation, if that's the mood. But number one most of the time is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I also put The Life of Pablo in my top three. I think that's Kanye in his final form, which is what I said earlier. Post T-Lop Kanye has had a rough time, but still producing great sounds. and then College Dropout is arguably the best debut album of all time, and has timeless.
And again, Bert is
Yes.
AJ's brother.
Yeah.
Bert, yeah, his actual name is
So
Julian.
if I could, I looked
Sorry
it
for
up.
the misspelling.
So it was talking about the blue period of Picasso when he was talking about Pablo. It was influenced by the journey through Spain and the suicide of his friend Carlos Casamigas, and who took his life by shooting himself in a temple. So I just wanted to, like, I knew it, but I wanted to make sure I knew it.
Fact
So
check yourself.
just,
But yeah, so his top 3 was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in order. College Dropout, and then The Life of Pablo.
Yes, sir.
Got you.
Yeah, I show no love to the early works.
No,
We
the
said
thing is, like,
graduation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had Graduation too. I like his early work too, but if those 3 albums are just so, like I said, are so strong all the way through. I mean, a lot of them are strong all the way through, but like I said, they're just symphonies of him doing everything, making people, putting people on tracks that you wouldn't even realize, like, oh, they can sound like this, or they can do, like, Ty Dolla $ign. Like, the first time I heard him really sing and sound like good, I was on T-Lop, and I was like, oh, he's kind of lit.
Yeah. And
Like,
I
he
think
got a
that's
voice.
when I became a Ty Dolla $ign fan, and now he's like he's my favorite R&B singer at this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Zach what he said in the beginning. Like those first like 3 albums were like all together.
Yeah.
And because they all had the same sound, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just
And
like
it was a trilogy, essentially.
unapologetically myself kind of sound.
I love that.
And I was like, yo, I love Kanye.
Those albums are like what people do for like mixtapes now, in a way.
Anyway, so we can get off of music. Is anyone watching anything new this week? We already talked about movies.
Yeah.
What you watching?
Staying on music.
Oh wait.
Disrespect.
Oh yeah.
To the Yay area.
Yeah, my bad.
How dare you.
It wasn't on the list. My bad. My bad.
dare you.
So Phil gonna give a quick versus synopsis. None of us. I mean, I didn't watch it. I can't speak on AJ and Brandon. This is the first verses I was not looking forward to. I mean, Tell Me When to Go was a good song, but outside of that, I hate.
Zach is an E40 hater.
He hates
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Habitual E40 hater.
Bro, honestly,
Anytime
in California, that's how people sound for real. Like, like not everyone, but like
They really sound
They
like
really
Keep
do
the
sound like
Sleep.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They got that Bay
Yeah.
lingo. Again, I love the West.
Yeah.
Always had West Coast, and being in the Midwest, you get West Coast influenced music.
Yeah.
And I feel like being in Florida, it doesn't cross this far. So I feel like
It
it's
does, just not Bay Area music. Because LA, like, people love Kendrick. I love.
Nah, because remember when I first got, like, we had this conversation when I first got down here, and this was pre Nipsey passing away. People was not fucking with Nipsey like that. Like, it was hard. It was hard to find Nipsey fans out here.
I agree.
And niggas be like, man, I don't
not
fuck
a
with
Nipsey
Nipsey.
fan.
I'm like, bro, how do y'all not fuck with
I don't
Nipsey?
know. I wouldn't say people here don't listen to LA music. Like, LA gets out here, but the Bay absolutely does not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, like, when I first came out here, like, I used to be in an apartment. I'd be listening to my shit, bang,
Yeah.
my shit, bang. Like, I love that shit.
Yeah.
And so I was excited for this verses just because I appreciate music and all the influences from everywhere. And the Bay is super influential, and they don't get enough credit for what the sounds that they actually influence in hip hop
Yeah.
and how much slang and how much culture they bring to the overall like hip hop. So
I like West Coast a lot.
so for me, like I had, you know what I'm saying, I had my Hennessy Sangrias, and I was in the crib just getting it in, like listening to Short Dog. Like now that I'm older, he made it cool for me to call women, like, to say bitch. Like, I don't call women bitches.
Wait, you mean Too Short?
Too Short. Like, I don't call
Whoa.
women bitches, but he made it cool. Like, when
That's his favorite word.
like, yeah, bitch. This is like, it's crazy.
So it's cool to call women bitches. So why'd you have a problem
only
with
if
me?
you too short.
yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, that's true.
Oh no no no
that's
no
it.
no.
Let's not start
Oh,
this shit.
no.
But and Too Short also had one of my
Just saying.
favorite verses because I was a big fan of Crunk era, and his verse on Be a Bia was like, it always stood out to me because it didn't sound like the rest of like
Yeah.
the Crunk sound.
So you talking about Too Short?
Too Short.
Be
What
a Bia
about
was
Too
before
Short being
Crunk
on
really
Kid
blew up,
Cudi's
though.
album In the Cud?
I fuck with that song too.
Girls.
I see
Hey,
pretty
pretty girls,
Yeah.
everywhere I
But-
go.
but I just think that-
everywhere I go.
When I was listening to the verses, you forget how many songs E40 and Too Short are on that were popping.
Yes.
Like, I forgot that Short was on that Khalees. What's that Khalees song? boom, I'm a boss.
Yeah.
It was just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn, like he was on that, and I love the verses. It didn't. I don't think like looking at the view count, it didn't get as many views as the Jeezy and other verses.
Yeah.
But it's like I forget what I was listening to. It's a very acquired taste. So
Yeah,
if you
it
appreciate the
definitely
sound, you
Yeah.
gonna fuck with the battle.
Yeah.
But
And they chop up game like E40.
Yeah.
I like E40 because he always like the Bay did a really good job of just putting game in it.
Yeah, but besides what you said, it is kind of an acquired taste. But they also put this battle on last minute, so that might have been a factor into the low numbers.
Maybe, but I feel like they did a really good job at marketing. So they had like Beast Mode on one of the marketing promos. They had Steph Curry on one of the marketing promos. They had Damon Lillard.
Yeah.
Like, so
But
I
it
think
was
they
literally
did-
like 4 days because once Keisha Cole got canceled, which was supposed to take place last Saturday, it might have been like Tuesday of this week or
Ashanti
Monday.
was scared.
Yeah, it might have been like Monday or Tuesday of this week when they were like, "Oh, we're doing E40 and Too Short."
Yeah, it was definitely short notice compared to the other ones.
Yeah,
But not so E40 was definitely like the hyphy movement reinforced why like one of the best times to have dreads. So like I had
Jesus
dreads.
Christ had dreads,
So
so
shake 'em.
shake 'em.
I ain't got none, but I planning on growing some.
Yeah.
So like I had dreads during that movement. We definitely used to ghost ride the whip. Yeah, I love that shit.
How would you ghost ride the whip? Because you're
Me-
horrible with cars.
No, so we would have my mom's car, it'd be me, Johansson, like NFL.
Dear.
And you tap the gas to get it like going 10 miles per hour. So I live in the burbs, so the streets are kind of open, and so you turn up the radio, you put.
You
Ghost
better
Ride the
hope
Whip.
that alignment is right.
It was straight. You hop out the whip and you just shake. You know what I'm saying? We shake our jersey. Had like the razor phones recording shit. Somebody get on the hood, somebody get on the roof, and we just walk with the car
Hey,
and just dance. Like that
Shout
shit
out
was.
to those razors, Motorola.
Yeah, that shit was a vibe. So I don't know, bro. I love this battle. I did. I would probably
Who
rank
won,
it
in your opinion?
40. It was
What did the consensus say? Do you know?
40.
Okay.
Just because Short has great features, but 40 makes it's like he makes bangers.
Yeah.
And then when you play him, you like, damn, I forgot this was about. I forgot he was on that one too. Like he had a prominent verse on that one. So it's not just like weak ass verses. He's like good ass verses.
Ghost
full of
ride the
those.
whip. Ghost ride the whip.
And like listening to them was like watching your two drunk uncles at a cookout. It was almost like
Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr.
Nah, who had that versus like Too
Snoop
Short
and DMX.
No. Trap, Chains and Ross.
Oh, yeah,
It's like
Chains
Chains
and
and
Ross,
Ross
yeah.
with the West Coast version. That's all.
Yeah, that was my favorite
No,
verses.
so like people really didn't like if you didn't fuck with Atlanta music or
Yeah.
like Chains and Ross, you wouldn't appreciate it as much.
Yeah.
It was the same thing for the Bay.
Yeah, but all right, let's move on because we're running along on another episode. Are y'all watching anything currently this week? Nope. All right, let's get on to sports.
Yeah.
So we have NBA starting up on the 22nd, and then following that we have Christmas Day games.
Hey, let's just talk about how they're not drug testing for marijuana.
Yeah, and of course everyone starts talking about JR. Y'all gonna start getting on my dog.
Yo,
Earl.
so whose team has the
most-
best ruler? That's all I gotta
The
say.
best roller.
The best ruler. That's all I
They
want to
probably
know.
pay somebody to. I doubt they do them themselves.
Yeah.
Like, yo, Lakers definitely got J.R. Smith. Like, yo, J.R.
LeBron ain't having that shit. Niggas trying to go back to back.
Bro, LeBron definitely smoking that shit.
Nah, I doubt it.
all right,
You don't think Brown would? Or
I don't
is?
think Brown smokes weed now.
Why?
I put him in the same regard as Kobe. There's no way he smokes weed and he's dedicated. If he does
I
do
think
weed,
I think Kobe smoked after his
After
because
he
there's
retired.
always
That's
you
what
always
I'm
see
saying,
that
after.
picture with him and Snoop.
high and shit, yeah.
Kobe eyes
For
red
real.
and low as shit.
but I look at LeBron. There's no way you invest $1 million in your body
Yeah.
to smoke weed.
Whoa.
Unless
whoa,
he's
whoa.
using
All
like
the- all the-
CBD to relax his muscles.
all
or something.
the beneficial like qualities of marijuana.
Listen,
Like, what are you talking
You know,
about?
I
Phil?
think he
I
probably
understand that.
he might not necessarily smoke, but he probably is taking it in a different form
And
because he doesn't want
teas
he doesn't
and
want
stuff like
the
He lives in
the
LA.
smoke
He
to-
can do that.
I like I said, I will put him in the same sense of like
How you
Kobe
think
is
Bronny
single.
got it?
He wouldn't do it until he retired.
And Bronny went into his dad's stash.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
damn,
Y'all want to make predictions on the Christmas Day games?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. I got read them. Oh, we
Read them off.
yeah.
So
go
we
ahead.
have the Pelicans versus the Heat.
Heat.
Yeah, I think the Heat.
Heat.
Then we have Golden State and Milwaukee. That will be a fun
That's
one.
gonna be a good
Milwaukee.
one. I think we'll go with Milwaukee,
I'm gonna go Milwaukee.
but I think it's gonna be close.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
Milwaukee because Drew gonna
I think they-
contain Steph. He's not gonna lock him down, but he's gonna
Yeah.
contain him in the sense of
I don't.
he don't
I
have
don't-
that big
maybe.
game.
I just think there's more continuity with the Bucks than
Yeah.
with the Warriors. The Warriors are basically a brand new team.
Yeah.
I agree. Then we have Brooklyn and Boston. This will be another fun one.
I think Brooklyn's gonna beat him by like 15.
By a lot.
I don't know,
I
bro.
think Brooklyn's gonna beat him by a lot.
I think Boston can pull it out, but it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Brooklyn. It's gonna be close. Though.
Following that, Dallas and the Lakers. I think
Dallas.
Lakers.
Dallas and the Lakers.
Yeah.
Lakers.
And then last but not least, Clippers and Denver.
Denver.
I think Denver as
Denver. I think there's gonna be 2 upsets. I
well.
think
This might
are
be
losing.
the best group of Christmas games
Lakers might lose.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, I
Lakers
think
might
Dallas
lose.
is gonna win, and I think who's the last? I think Clippers are gonna lose
Yeah.
to Denver.
Have y'all seen a more exciting Christmas Day lineup? This shit is
I
lit.
have to go back
I
and
think
look.
it depends. I think
I think there's been some good ones.
yeah, the year that the big 3 was in the Heat and they played the
Yeah.
Lakers. He was wearing that was the one Kobe was wearing the green. So that was
Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
one too. But I don't remember the other games.
Yeah,
I think this might, in recent memory, I think better than last year for sure.
yeah.
But yeah.
All right, cool. There was one thing I had about sports. I didn't realize this, and maybe I'm late to the party. Nnamdi Asomugha, I didn't realize that nigga was an actor now. So
Yeah.
Nnamdi, real quick, he used to
I
be an
hate him.
NFL player. He was on the Raiders. He was like at the time like considered probably the best corner in the league. Then went to the Eagles, Phil's team. Everyone was saying the Eagles were gonna have a super team, and that nigga was ass,
Niggas was
right?
3-13. Hey, I don't hate Nani Asomugha, but fuck Nani Asomugha. That nigga stole Eagles money.
Did y'all know he was an actor though?
Yeah, he's married to Kerry Washington.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, he was married to Kerry Washington when he was with the Eagles, and then once he had 2 bad seasons for us, he pretty much just quit.
Bruh,
Football.
imagine having to look at her crying face every day. I would get a divorce so fucking fast.
Yes.
He got a bag, no thanks to doing nothing.
No thanks to doing nothing.
Fuck.
Tatiana makes
Thanks
the
to doing
best
nothing.
Kerry
I was
Washington.
like, how do you
face.
even cry like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? That at that point,
You gotta
it's
show-
just
you gotta
for
show me.
attention.
Whenever I hear that name, I just
It's
get
it's
frustrated.
just for attention at
But,
that point. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, real niggas, like real people cry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just tears fall down your eyes. Like,
Yeah.
but she's like, "Ah!" Like, I'm like, yo, what
Maybe
the
that's
fuck?
how she actually cries.
Yeah.
Nah,
Maybe
what
she
the
just tapped in.
Nobody.
Um,
It's like,
but yeah, the other day I seen someone tweet like, "Oh, Nnamdi Asomugha has the best rebrand I've ever seen," because they were like, "You have to do so much scrolling to see any picture on Google of him in like an actual football jersey. Like
Yeah.
everything now is just like him in like acting shit or him with Carrie or some shit." But yeah,
Fuck
if
him.
you didn't know, now you know because it's Zach Super Short Show. But that's all I have. Y'all have anything else y'all want to leave
Yeah,
the
I got
people
one
with?
thing. The hub's just not the same anymore.
The what?
The hub,
What's that?
P-Hub.
Well,
And I understand why they did what they did.
yeah.
It's just not the
So
same
if y'all
anymore,
if
bro.
y'all didn't know, Pornhub
Oh, I was.
oh, Pornhub has
Hub.
deleted
P-Hub.
several videos, probably like thousands of
Millions.
videos,
It's been millions.
because one,
Because
I think
they're
like,
gonna get DMAC.
what does that stand for? I've definitely heard that
Oh,
before.
that's demonetized or whatever
Uh,
because of music.
No. So what happened is they for a while now I've been seeing them getting accused of having child porn on their website. And then recently I think it was like Visa and MasterCard or
They were
MasterCard
pull.
and someone, they pulled out like you can no longer use their credit cards on Pornhub's website.
Oh, that's crazy.
And so now recently, because of the accusations and most likely because of the credit cards
And
pulling
the
out,
lawsuits, yeah.
yeah, Pornhub they took away all unverified videos, which was like thousands of videos, like thousands.
Now it's
and-
millions.
millions.
It was
maybe
millions of videos, yeah.
So it took away a shitload
Wait, is
of
it like
videos.
is it like YouTube? You can just upload your stuff.
yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Well, yeah. So you have to go like through a process to like prove I am the one uploading this
You
video.
gotta be verified pretty much.
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
You can only verify content.
No, I'm saying, but before.
But
you could
before
just
it was
be-
like I can make a tape and just upload it under like 72576XX.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
What
So
the fuck?
now-
like, you can just upload anything.
upload-
We used to. They're saying.
yeah,
anything.
But I mean, if it was illegal, you would report it.
anything.
But it's just not.
I got it.
Like I understand why you did it, and I'm for doing it if there's illegal content on there.
Yeah.
But like for what I like, it was legal, and I'd like that you didn't have to be verified to upload it. So it's just not the same anymore. So if y'all got any good sites out there for the free ski, that's not X videos because X videos is trash to me.
XNXX, I
That's
think it
trash
is.
to me.
XNXXX.
Well, I get all my porn off
Tentacion?
of Twitter anyway, so.
I gotta piss like a motherfucker.
Oh, well,
okay,
we
let's do
pretty
that.
much done.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. We done.
The camera's rolling. All right, Brandon's got to piss. Y'all see he's got to piss.
Yeah, I gotta
We're going to
take a
end the
piss.
video. It's been episode 8 of Save It for the Pod. Hope y'all enjoyed another one. Peace.
And if
I'm
y'all
sorry,
don't know,
guys. I had to take a piss.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy
Yes.
Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Feliz Navidad, and all that.
Bro,
Why
you gotta
always
have
Ba-rum-ba-bum-bum.
you gotta
Play
have
this-
a
play
Phil
this for your
snort on
family.
everyone.
And these nuts roasting on the open fire.
Peace.
These nuts.